rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While other sweater style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fam's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's number one Chief Rockin' Knicks Universe, man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. Early in the morning. What's good? How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there, man? Yo, what's good, party people? Jay in the building. James Lee is in the building. What's good? Juju 92, Almighty Finesse, what's good? I see y'all. Con Man is in the building. What's happening? Y'all want this party started right? Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Cypher is in the building. What's up? What's up, Mooch? Mooch, what's good? Rich Boy, what's good? Yo, man, got a lot of stuff going on, man. But I got something on my heart. Is RJ Barrett a star or not? That's what's on my mind. That's what's on my heart. Is RJ Barrett a star or not? Right? I ain't trying to start no fight tonight. I ain't trying to start no beef. Frederick, what's good? I ain't trying to start no beef, no fight, no none of that with my peoples, bro. I ain't trying to do that. I ain't trying to start no fight tonight. I just want to say what I got to say and have everybody nod their head and agree. Jay, what's good?
The RJ Barrett power hour again, huh?
For 4 straight hours. For 4 straight hours, bro. Yo, King Ant G is in the building. King Ant G, man. I love King Ant G. Me and King Ant G go all the way back to like Ant G. We go all the way back to 2018, right? Hey, King Ant G, what we go back? 2018, 2017. 2018 to 2017. I'm going to say 2018. It might be 2017. Me, you, Isaiah, the Prince Bun. A lot of it. We go back like, I want to say 18. Because if I say 17, that means I'm old, man. That means 5 years has flown by. Bruh. Illmatics. Me and Illmatics go back to what, 2020? Illmatics, what's good? We go Illmatics, what, we go back to 2020? Selly in the building, what's good? AJ, what's good? Nick G, what's good? Hit them like run up. Hit them likes, run them up. Diesel Capone is in the building. What's good? Jay, how you doing, man? C-Mac, what's good?
Nothing working the late hours. About to get off soon.
You about to get it, man, bro? How many hours a day you work, man? You work like 14 hours a day?
I wish I would. That's generous. I'm a longshoreman, so we work around the clock.
Man, your boss is a jerk, bro.
We get sizable breaks. We do 6 hour on, 6 hour offs. But it's round the clock pretty much.
Oh man. Yeah, your boss is a jerk, bro. He might not never let me see him, bro. I might have some words for your boss. I ain't gonna get you fired or nothing. I'm just saying.
They have a healthy fear of me. I'm pretty intimidating for the most part. I'm a big dude, you know, so I get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Especially like at the snack table, bro, right? Nobody bother you at the feeding dish, right?
Nah, except for my son.
Let him eat. Oh, he must be big, bro.
Yeah.
He a big boy?
Yeah, he's
big strong kid.
3 years old now. I had hopes of him playing basketball, but nah, man. He looks like a football player.
But them trapezius muscles at 3 years old is like, he ain't playing those. He ain't playing.
You can tell right away too.
Yeah, because they love doing stuff on their own. Like they look big and strong. Like a dude told me one time, he was like, "Yo, Uncle Freezy, what you look like at 2 years old is what you look like at 75 years old." Diapers and all.
I knew I had a big deal on my hands one day when I came home. He was about a year and a half old, and by himself he pulled the chair to the fridge, opened up the fridge, got his own milk out, poured it, closed it back up, and just walked about his business. I was like, all right.
Okay. Better not get in his way.
Nope.
Hey, King and G, what's good, bro?
What's good, Unc? What's going on?
Bro, all I want to say to everybody, man, is RJ is a star. We should give him the max. And this year, he going to average like 24 strong, bro, on great efficiency.
Man, if RJ's averaging 24, then, you know, that we get that guy who shall remain nameless tonight. We doing something.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm telling you, on the day we get Donovan Mitchell, bro, I think I might do a 24-hour live stream.
Man, I think my wife is gonna be real upset with me that day.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Freezy, the big question is, if RJ don't get to 24 points per game, is it Randle's fault?
Yeah, well, of course.
If it rains tomorrow, it's Randle's fault.
Of course. Everything is Randle's fault. Absolutely, bro.
Randle and then Thibodeau. It's those two.
Yeah. In that order, though. It's never Tibbs first. It's Randle first. Yo, I got on a little bit later than I anticipated, man. I asked the missus to go out on a date with me, man.
Gotta keep it fresh, man. Gotta keep it fresh.
Yeah. So I asked her to go out on a date. I'm like, hey, what you doing for the next 6 hours?
There it is.
And she was like folding laundry, man, and something is coming on at like 7:30. I was like, F that. Let's get away from here. And she talking about like, go where? I like far away. Let's just throw some clothes on, bro. Let's dress up. Let's just do bummy jab, right? Some old jeans and a comfy t-shirt, and let's just go to the movies and hide, like tuck in a corner and just watch a movie. And she's like, No, I ain't see that. I'm gonna go see that tomorrow.
Okay.
So I had to see. I'm a MCU nerd, so I had to go see Thor: Love and Thunder first.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go see the matinee for Nope tomorrow. Now for that, I'll dress like an adult.
Nope
But
has like mixed reviews, man. Some people saying it's terrible. Some people saying they love it.
right.
So
The extras from Love and Thunder, they're mostly Australian, so they speak like Australians in there.
Yeah,
because it was shot in Australia, in Sydney. Yeah.
Hey, bro. So you're Australian, right? So
Yeah.
so do you get like aggravated when you hear people do the worst Australian accent you ever heard?
Oh, I mean, I'm not like white Australian, so I mean, I don't really care, but sometimes it's really jarring to hear like those really bad Australian accents. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. So I'm black, right?
Mm.
And it just make me. And sometimes when I hear people just like try to talk black, like try to talk hip hop or jive,
yeah.
Oh, that thing just made me
so cringe. Yeah.
Yes. It's like
No, also, one of the cultures I'm very like interested in learning more about is like the Aboriginals in Australia. Like,
yeah,
that's a culture I really want to learn more about. Like, they're very fascinating. Because they don't get a lot of shine when like you think about Australia. You think about the Steve Irwins and guys like that. So that's a place I want to go one day. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah. Not me, bro. The only outback I want to see has a blooming onion. That's it, bro. That's it.
Good one. With the dipping sauce. Gotta have the dipping sauce.
Yeah. But let me get to it, man. Just wanna run this by y'all and see what y'all think. I think RJ Barrett might be the second best player on this team this year. Right? And I don't think it's close. I think it's closer to who's gonna be the best player. And then Donovan Mitchell's just gonna step up and be like, yeah, I'm the man. Right? But I think with a point guard, I think RJ Barrett will be free to do all the other stuff that we hadn't seen in his game yet. Like I think we're going to start seeing triple-double RJ.
My only question about RJ, I have two questions for you. And I first want to start off by saying this is just a RJ chat. Don't take anything serious. We're not bashing RJ. We're just talking. It's not RJ hate night. Right. My two questions is, does he have the skills or the physical God-given gifts or attributes to be a star? Because those stars have something that's just different. And number two, if RJ was on another team, would he be spoke about as a star? Because we just speak about him because we're Knicks fans. But let's say if RJ was in Sacramento, will he get the same props as, this kid's gonna be a star? That's my two questions.
I think you got, if you take away the Knicks curse, right? If you take away the heavy jersey, right? RJ would be free to be, and not just RJ, but any young player that the Knicks have would be free to be the best version of themselves, right? Give me an example. RJ, Obi, Quickly, Grimes, McBride, Cam, Mitch, they are all cursed with this gotta save the franchise from themselves type thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Especially with RJ,
right. But say if RJ was drafted by Sacramento, you know what RJ can say in Sacramento? Man, it's not fair. A Golden State has it made. The Lakers have it made. See, they have built-in excuses. They could take on the me against the world mantra because legit Sacramento is kind of in that corner of me against the world, right? Kind of like you ever saw that movie Braveheart?
Yeah.
Where the Scottish were like pinched between France and England and all these, and they're just like the Scots. Yeah. Kind of like that me against the world. You ever saw this TV show Game of Thrones?
Yep.
You know how like that winter is coming thing? See, they could say that, man, because they're not in the, but
What are you trying to say?
not
RJ was in the Battle of the Bastards?
no the Red Wedding. Yeah. No, what I'm getting at is okay. So if you go to Sacramento, you can be like, yo, it's Braveheart. It's us against the world. You could take a such and such, but you can't take our freedom, bro. Back against the wall. You got the Warriors to your north with multiple championships, the Lakers to your south with multiple championships, and blah, blah, blah. Right? But the Knicks can't say that, even though the Celtics to their north have multiple championships, right? The Knicks can't say that they don't have resources, bro. The Knicks can't say that New York City is a bad place to live, right? The Knicks don't have all those built-in excuses like Memphis, Tennessee, or San Antonio, or Oklahoma City, or Sacramento, or even Atlanta, right? The Knicks have everything except brains, right? The Knicks have everything you want an NBA franchise to have. Bright lights, big city, rich franchise, storied franchise, all that stuff. But whereas Sacramento is like Braveheart, the Knicks are like Legally Blonde. And I'm not dissing my own franchise, man. I love the Knicks, bro. I do. I love the Knicks. But say if I was to ask James from down under, what are the Knicks missing? And as an organization, what do they need to do that's not on the court right now? Like in terms franchise wise, what do they need? The first thing he'll say is a competent front office. James, am I lying?
For now, yeah, but it has been, I think, for sure. The Mills era, Steve Mills era, for sure. But for now, I'm kind of giving a benefit of that for
wait and see, right? Because they don't look like it's like Legally Blonde too. Like they don't look as crazy as they look as the people before them, right?
No,
right?
No.
But it's still early. And if this Donovan Mitchell thing gets botched up, then we'll be like, ugh. And then Jalen Brunson comes here and he's an average player. And you're like, oh my God. It'll be like same old Knicks.
The only incompetence, I mean, not only, but one of the biggest incompetence that this front office made, I think, is the Randle extension. He had this team option for this season, so they could have just used that instead of giving him a kind of a team-friendly 5-year deal. But I don't know why they didn't utilize that team-friendly option. That when they could have, tested out one more season. Is it just to look good on the other players? But it still is a bad decision given that he had a bad season last season.
Right.
You know what I will say too. I'll say two things. The front office has proven that they're not going to mess things up. That's all they've proven so far. But they haven't really proven that they can get us there. And then second, I don't think New York is as attractive as New Yorkers think it is. Right. I live in Connecticut, so I have like a interesting perspective of New York and New Yorkers. And if
I'm from New Jersey, and I think I might have that same perspective.
Yeah, if you're not from there, New York can be very abrasive. It can be intimidating. It's not always you will hear a lot of outsiders from New York say, I like to visit New York, but after a while, I want to go home.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think a lot of players, and they have that same viewpoint. They love to play in the Garden and visit New York, but they don't really want to make New York their home.
Right.
And I think we kind of look at it as a plus, when I think with a lot of dudes, us being in New York is actually a disadvantage. Because when you look at LA, people don't have that same idea of Los Angeles. It's like paradise. People look at it as. People that want to play for the Yankees, it's not that they want to play baseball in New York. They want to play for the Yankees. You know what I mean? It's different. So I think our franchise finally understands now that New York is not a big enough draw, that they have to actually show that they're competent in basketball minds that could build a team, because New York is not just it's not going to be enough to draw anybody unless they're from here, like Melo and Donovan Mitchell, and like those guys are from New York. So
They were the fan of Knicks when they
yeah.
when they were a kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey James,
Yeah.
I got a question. What's the perception of the Knicks outside of the United States? Like, do most people outside of the U.S. become Knicks fans when they just visit New York and they go to the Garden just to go, or what would you say?
For me, I liked Knicks since the Jeremy Lin era. It was just good. Well, actually, even further, I liked Nate Robinson as a player, so I kind of just followed him where he went. But then when he came to Knicks, so it was my favorite player. So, and I went to New York 2 years ago and went to one of the game, and yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing atmosphere, and I mean, I liked it ever since. Like, just I'm not from New York or anywhere, but like, I just watch NBA and I just chose one team to root for.
Right.
And I'm just
Right.
I'm not a bandwagon, so I stuck to it.
Yeah, so you're not like me, right? Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Like, I'm bandwagon all the way when it comes to soccer, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I only root for the team that scores goals, bro. Whatever team scored a goal, I'm rooting for them. I don't care what jersey. Because I watch soccer, right, and I see the ball in the air so long, I'm like, and then when I hear somebody say "goal," I'm like, hell yeah! Who was that? Liverpool? Hell yeah!
Liverpool.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then like another team might be like Manchester City or something, and they might come down and they'll score on that same team, and I'm like, hell yeah! You know what I'm saying? But I'm not really that's why that's why I felt like that was a really good question to ask, man. Like, are you and so I'm a hardcore tri-state sports fan.
Yeah, me too.
Right? Like I love the Mets, bro. I think I might love the Mets more than I love the Knicks. I'm not sure. It depends on who has the best record at the time. Like the Mets are doing good right now. So the Mets might be my favorite team, but if the Knicks win a championship, the Knicks will be my favorite team, bro. Look, my lucky hat,
orange.
It's orange. Yeah.
I have a similar thing. Like I'm a Yankee fan, so screw the Mets. But like I think I'm more of a Knicks fan because
that was really mature of you.
like I think I'm more of a Knicks fan right now because we haven't won.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Like I'm a little more invested because with the Yankees I'm a little bit spoiled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the Yankees. I like UConn basketball. Like my other teams win. so
yeah, I kind of have this underdog mentality when I'm rooting for a team. So I'm opposite to Freezy. I just like the team kind of lose, but have a potential to be better.
Okay.
I'm an underdog mentality.
The Yankees are 61-35 right now, and you will be surprised how many Yankees are miserable. They're not happy right now.
Because they haven't won a championship in 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, and think for the Yankees, that might as well be 40.
That might be 100. That may as well be 100. Yeah.
Yeah, So and even 61-35 years, you go to Yankee Twitter, all they're talking about is we're not good enough. Like, oh, we need more. Like Yankee fans are miserable. They're miserable. The fan base is just like spoiled. So I don't even know how Yankee fans and Knicks fans are the same people, and I'm one of them. But yeah.
Hey James, you know how you said you like Jeremy Lin and Nate Robinson, and those guys pretty much carried a buzz with their name. Do you think RJ Barrett has that buzz down in Australia also?
I'm not really know the Knicks Australian Knicks community that much of it all. But personally, I might angry some people really like. I might make some people really angry, but I'm not a big fan of RJ.
Oh,
I'm not a big
snap,
fan of
duck,
RJ.
bro, duck.
Don't say it.
Yeah,
We go.
but so I'm not saying we should trade him or whatever, but like there was a question that Freezy just asked a few minutes ago. Is he an all-star, or did you say he's a star, or is there a difference calling him an all-star or a star? Or like, did you mean by that is he a potential all-star?
No. What I'm saying is RJ Barrett is a star. He's gonna RJ Barrett might become a star a little bit less than say like a David Beckham.
Right. Okay. Right. That's even bigger than an all-star then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. I'm talking about
I mean,
international.
he's getting those commercials done like in like
Right.
those.
And he represents the franchise. You notice
he's definitely a face of the franchise more than Julius Randle, even though
he does all the press conferences. Right. You notice after every win, every loss, RJ Barrett is there.
Yeah. So if you would go to sportswear store in Australia, you'd see Barrett's marking on its back, not Randall's marking.
Yeah,
it was Randle last season, I think, but this year
no, it was
Barrett.
Kemba. It was Kemba last year.
Yeah, but you get Barrett's marking
whack.
all the way. You never get any of those. Yeah.
I think he's a star. I think so, because a star is a lot more than just your play on a basketball court.
Right.
It's like your notoriety, like do people recognize you? Like,
and it's a personality as well. Yeah.
Yeah, like if RJ Barrett and Bam Adebayo both walked into a fashion store or a Walmart in Milan, Italy, I'm sure more people might recognize RJ Barrett.
I don't know about that, bro.
They might. I'm saying they might.
About that.
He's just saying he's a better chance. Yeah.
You know, so and it's because New York. You got to realize the type of eyes that are on New York. It's international. So, like, New York players are noticed worldwide in any sport. So, that contributes to the star. But if we're just talking about play on a basketball court, that's a different question, I think.
That's a different question, totally. Yeah.
Do y'all think RJ Barrett is gonna get lost in the shuffle if the Knicks acquire Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, I'm actually really wondering about that exact same question.
I've brung it up.
Is it just gonna be like a spot up shooter? You know?
But see, I don't think it's
just in general, like his marketing, his play on the court, just everything like that pushes him down the ranks.
Marketing wise, because Spider is a marketing freaking bomb in New York City. The Spider-Man thing and his play, his dunking ability, like he's Showtime. So
yeah,
Mitchell is gonna become. People may not think he's a superstar now, but in New York City,
he will be.
What we made Kristaps Porzingis. We made Kristaps Porzingis a freaking
unicorn.
Yeah, like
he's good though.
Yeah, but if Porzingis got drafted in Sacramento, he would have never had that kind of star power. He wouldn't have.
Yes. As soon as he left New York, like aside from his like lot of kind of problems that he's been in, nobody says his name. ESPN never mentions his name, other than just to punch him down or something. But yeah, he's never the topic of the news ever.
How many times
since his trade?
Mitchell mentioned on ESPN this past season?
Yeah,
he's been mentioned more, even with the idea of him getting traded to the Knicks.
Exactly.
More this offseason at all during the whole last basketball season. So like,
bro, what's the definition of a star again? Is it just play on the court?
I think that might be a better question. Because that's where
because I'm looking at a list, right? And I'm looking at a list, right? As of January of 2022, RJ Barrett was in the top 15 in jersey sales. right?
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw that news. Yeah.
Yeah. And so for those that think RJ Barrett is not a star, you don't buy a jersey of a random cat. Like how often, think about this. How often do you see Landry Fields jerseys?
Almost never.
Maybe his son?
Once in a blue moon.
Yeah. So New Yorkers, and let me first say something. Shame on y'all for not buying Knicks merch. 2 years ago, the Knicks were the number one selling merch organization in merch. This season, guess where we are? You know what? There is a coincidence. Jay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, New York was in the top 3 in merchandise sales. Last year, they missed the playoffs. Guess where they finished?
Outside of the top 10?
Ninth.
Oh, God.
We didn't even like our players.
Is
last
that just
year.
for the basketball or like in every sports in America?
No,
I think-
just NBA.
I think
Oh,
the
wow.
NBA. I think the NBA
Just
store
NBA.
released an email and said it was Randall's fault. So
Yeah. People will say it's Randall's fault, bro. We were like in the top 3. I can't remember the number, and I can't remember where I saw it. And guys, don't throw me under the bus, because I saw it, and I can't remember where I saw it, but I think we were like top 3, top 2 in merchandise sales. And then somebody bumped us out of it. Was like a trade. Somebody changed teams, and then somebody's franchise got a bump in merch. Was it Brooklyn? Might have been Brooklyn.
Oh man, not the.
Did
And-
Brooklyn
and-
trade? Did Brooklyn trade for a star 2 years ago?
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Harden.
Who did they trade for?
James Harden.
Oh, okay.
Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. Yeah.
So what you said about the jersey sale, it's basically back to my second question that I asked you. If RJ Barrett was on another team, would he still be considered the star that we're making him out to be?
No, not at all.
Will his jersey sell in Cleveland the way it sells in New York? Will it sell in Orlando? Will it
But
sell
nobody's jersey
in Brooklyn? Will it sell in Toronto? Yeah, I probably would sell in Toronto. That's where he's from.
Yeah,
Hey,
Toronto.
Real King says Freezy got to stop the fake narrative. Hey, Real King, I got evidence for you. You want some evidence? You want some proof? Yeah, because we real quick with the fingers, right? We real quick with the fingers, but you know me. Fake narratives is dude with quick fingers, right? Your man's has proof. It was a tweet by Stephen Bondi, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen for those that think I just make up stuff. Right? I love it. Chat, bring on your challenges, bro. I love it.
They don't realize, man, when you prep a show, you come correct before you hit the play button.
Yeah.
That's why whenever Freezy asks me a question, I'm real slow to answer because Freezy already got a plan.
Yeah, he got the answers already.
Real king, my dude. But right here, you see proof. Okay, all right. So I was wrong about the top 10 merch. The Knicks aren't 9th. The Knicks were 6th. Right, and RJ was at 15th. He's 14th. So maybe it was fake. RJ's not 15th. He's 14th. He sold more jerseys than LaMelo Ball.
Shame on you for your propaganda, Freeze.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Fake news. Yeah,
it's fake. My bad, Real King. RJ wasn't 15th. He was 14th. My bad.
Man, the way some Knicks fans talk about Obi Toppin and Emmanuel quickly, I want to know why their jersey sales not higher.
Yeah.
Yo, the way they talk
But
about
y'all see the
Obi,
proof though, right?
They make him sound like a bigger star than RJ. That's crazy.
And hey, Jay, just real quick, you see the source, right? You see the source. Do I have to? The source is Stephen Bondi of the Daily News, and this is what he tweeted. NBA announces top merchandise sales. RJ Barrett corrects top 15.
Sound like a star.
So the source is the Daily News via Stephen Bondi, but the vehicle used or the site used, he tweeted it. So, and the Knicks weren't 9th; they were 6th.
Look at the guys.
I'm sorry.
Look at the guys surrounding him on that list, though.
Yeah, right. LaMelo, Booker, Davis, Embiid, Lillard, Thompson, Trae Young, Ja, Jason Tatum, Doncic, Durant, Giannis, Steph, LeBron.
They're literally all all-stars except
You know who's not on that list?
RJ Barrett. They were
You know
all
who's not on that
all-stars.
list? Donovan
And
Mitchell.
RJ Barrett is the non-all-star there, only non-all-star.
Donovan Mitchell was not on this list. Wow.
I don't even think I see Jokic, do I?
I don't see Jokic either. I didn't see Kawhi either. Is Kawhi on?
Paul George? No.
Paul George either. So RJ Barrett outsold Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Shout out. Real King said, I don't care.
Yo, speaking
of man,
hey,
Real King, we ain't beefing. Yo, hold on. Hold on, Real King, we ain't beefing. This ain't fake smoke. This ain't that. It ain't that.
Hey, Free, speaking of Donovan Mitchell jerseys, did you see that the Utah Jazz put his him and Clarkson's jersey out in front of their arena? And they
clearance?
Former jerseys, former players,
former clearance sale. Yeah,
I saw that.
I didn't know. I didn't see that.
Yeah, they put Clarkson and Donovan Mitchell. Former players, like $30. It says former player jerseys for sale.
There's this scenario in my mind where the trade is done, and Leon Rose and Danny Ainge is just sitting there laughing, trolling everybody right now. Like
maybe it could be. Because they're both rejects anyway.
Yeah.
But I tell you this much: Donovan comes to New York, his jersey be top 5, guaranteed.
Oh, for sure.
Especially next year,
without hesitation.
You think Spider? Yeah, I think initially Spider will outsell RJ because it's a new player, but I still think Star J Barrett will still outsell everybody, bro.
You can say that now, and I'm not gonna knock you, but yeah, it'll be Donovan.
Yeah, I think it's like RJ is our baby, man. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think RJ's jersey is iconic in a John Starks sense. Like, you ain't really done nothing yet, but it's easily recognizable.
Oh man, this is gonna be a long night.
No, man.
I just don't see what you see. That's all.
Yeah. Hey man, listen, man. Hey Jay, just go ahead and get that Star J jersey right now, bro.
No, I bought it for my son. He has his RJ Barrett jersey.
Yeah, that's Star J jersey, bro. Broadway Barrett.
It's so hard because he does things you like. He is productive, even though you just wanted to get better. It's just I don't see that star trait in him. I see a very good basketball player. I think that's fair for me to say.
I don't know, bro. I think RJ is gonna be mega, bro.
Superstar?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, man. You're on your own to that one.
I hope so. Sounds good.
I wish I could be wrong, but he's closer to not being a mega than being a mega, I think. I really wish I was wrong.
I get it. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand that. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. But I think RJ is gonna be so big that some rapper, maybe like who makes a song about superstars? I think Lupe Fiasco is gonna just follow RJ and just perform that song behind RJ everywhere he go, bro. RJ is gonna be that big in New York.
Superstar.
If you are what they say you are, a
That's
superstar.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mo Bamba got his song, so why not RJ should, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. If Mo Bamba can get a song, why not RJ, right?
Yeah.
But look, the reason why I say that about RJ is not because of just notoriety, but I think the spreading of the court allows RJ to be the perfect complement for everybody on the team. The perfect complement. I think RJ is going to be in that Jimmy Butler type player right? But RJ hasn't played long enough to develop the craftiness. Remember, Jimmy Butler played 4 years at Marquette, right? RJ only played 1 year at Duke. Jimmy Butler had 2 years on the bench in Chicago, right? So Jimmy Butler had about 6 years to hone his craft, right? RJ is basically had 4. I think this is the year that RJ Barrett steps up and becomes, if you are what they say you are, a superstar. I think now is the time. Right. And here's why. Here's a small basketball reason. Yo, if Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson are on the floor with RJ and you have to spread the floor, and RJ converts one of those missed layups per game and hits 2 of those missed free throws a game, RJ Barrett is a 24-point per game scorer on terrible efficiency still.
Easy.
I was going to ask you about that question. So if, say, Jalen Brunson, Mitchell, and maybe instead of Robinson, Hartenstein, who can kind of stretch, is outside the box, do you reckon RJ can finish better than before that he is? Because one of the biggest reasons I kind of don't like him is because he can't finish for shit.
Right.
So if kind of many people are out of his way, do you reckon his finishing will improve?
What if Ja Morant went to the rim and there were 3 people standing there trying to block him? What would Ja Morant's finishing look like?
He fucking dunks it over them.
No, he ain't dunking it. The dude weighed 170.
Well, he will double clutches it, yeah. Whatever.
No, I seen Ja Morant play 2 years of high school basketball right here. I live in the area that he's from. I'm in South Carolina. He played in the same basketball conference as my sons.
Oh wow!
Right now, my sons what? And my son, hey boys, if y'all watching, I'm not calling y'all trash. I'm just saying y'all not Ja Morant. Because my son be like, man, why you always be talking shit about? Nah, man, I'm not calling y'all trash, man. But y'all not. Let's just say y'all not Ja Morant. Y'all better at other stuff in life than Ja Morant, right? But look, Ja Morant went around my son, bro, and my son is a big dude. Jay, you remember how you said you got a big boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my son is like at the time like 6'3", 265.
And how old was he?
Then they're the same age. He's the same age as Ja.
Wow, 6'3".
Yeah, 265. He can run too, bro. You know what I'm saying? He can, man. He can, dude can get it, but he don't have Ja speed, right? He looked more like I'll tell you who his body is like even to this day. You remember John Abraham?
Yeah,
that's who he's built like. That's who he's built like, right? But anyway, what I'm getting at is this, man. Ja went by my son like I swear it was like a tornado through a trailer park, bro.
Oh God.
Right? But Rock bumped him a little bit, just a little nudge, and that dude went tumbling like one of those Fred Flintstone cartoons, bro. I'm telling you, Ja Morant is not a big muscular man at all. Like, don't get it twisted. Don't. You see him up close and you see him like ripped up and stuff. Ja is not big, bro.
He's frail.
Yeah, Ja is small.
Yeah.
He's skinny too.
Yeah, Ja is not big, bro. So when we say, he can go up over the top of and dunk on Mitch, I don't see. I don't see that.
That can't happen.
Hey, Freeze, do you think RJ will have the same shot attempts to reach those 24 points you're talking about? Because I don't see that neither.
Right.
No, I don't. I think there is a system pecking order, right? If we run our system, the system will determine the defense. The defense determine who gets shot. The one thing fans do is always say stuff like, "Who the number 1? Who the number 2? Who the number 3? Who the number 4?" Man, bro, you gotta take what the defense give you. If the defense is taking Donovan Mitchell away with a double team, is Donovan Mitchell still going to try to shoot it over a double team? No. Nah, it just don't happen like that, bro. Like fans getting a fandom about a lot of like fans will say, well, when coming down towards the end of the game, man, bro, you gotta take what the defense give you. Period.
No, I get what you're saying, but I don't. You saw what Julius had to go through for his All NBA season to score 24. It's not easy to say, yeah, I'm a 24-point scorer in this league. It's not as simple as just 2 more free throws and an extra shot when there's more talent on your team. That's my worry.
Right.
I would love RJ Barrett to average 20, but if we get Donovan, if he gives me 18 to 19, 20 points a game, like, I still think that's great. That's excellent. I would love that as my 3rd star. You know,
I could see RJ. I could see RJ with averaging about 16 to 17 shots a game. Right. And this is so when I look at the offense, right, and I'm looking at the offense with Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, RJ, Randle, Mitch, IQ, Derrick Rose, Cam Reddish, Hartenstein. I'm thinking RJ is still about 20 points a game. Right,
I'll just
somewhere in that neighborhood, and
he was barely 20 points last season. He was like on last game that he achieved the 20 points, like barely. He was 19 until last game, I think.
Yeah, that's not true.
I can see where he gets his shot when they start to like stagger minutes and like Donovan's on the bench and he's on the floor with like Brunson.
Yeah,
I can see RJ catching his shots there, so it's not totally impossible. I just gotta wait to see it, you know.
Yeah, that's not true about RJ though. RJ was closer to 21 points a game, and he got hurt in April, and he averaged 19 points a game, which brought his scoring average down.
To me, I know I'm gonna get killed for this.
I got it right here. I'll show you all the splits. I'll put the splits on the screen.
Salute, Uncle.
What's up, boss?
I mean, I know I'm gonna get killed for this, but like I'm pretty sure Jay Edson agreed with me. To me, I think like RJ reached his ceiling. Because I judged him basically off the 40-point plus game he had, and we still lost. So is it fair to say RJ Barrett is like an Andre Iguodala? Like, wait a minute.
You said that RJ Barrett hit his ceiling, and you said that like it was a fact, and then you asked if it's
I did. I said I feel. No, I'm sorry, Uncle Freeze. I said I feel that he hit his ceiling.
Okay.
That's what I said earlier. I stated I know I'm gonna get killed for this. I feel hit the ceiling, and I feel that he's like an Andre Iguodala type of player, somebody you want, definitely a starter, but nobody you build around. Is that fair to say?
Y'all see he averaged 19 points a game in April, right? And he finished the year at 20.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I heard somebody else say that too, and I ain't trying to get I just want to be technical with it. Like, you see RJ in January averaged 21.8, in February averaged 28.3, in March averaged 24.6, and then
someone sleeping?
No, is that you sleeping on RJ?
Nah, that wasn't me.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm listening to you.
And see the last month of the season, April, when he got hurt March 31st against Charlotte, where he scored 17 points in 17 minutes, right?
Then it decreased a little bit pre All-Star, and then post All-Star he picked it up. Yeah,
man. So my man is a lot better than what people think, bro. He's a lot better than what people think. And look, and for those that think, that RJ just took more shots and blah and all of that, man, look at the amount of minutes he was playing in that stretch. 40 minutes a game.
40 minutes. March,
yeah. So it wasn't like he was just going out there fresh and doing a whole bunch of stuff. It was a lot of people hurt, a lot of people missing games. RJ was out there balling.
But like I don't mean to get no excuse for RJ, but like I mean I get he's only 22, but like if we compare him to Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler played like 40 plus minutes in the playoffs, like what's wrong with that? Like, what's wrong with him playing 40 minutes? And like, why do we have to be so frank?
Because it's a regular season and they play every second day, and that's gonna gas the shit out of them. Playoffs, you can put everything in, but not regular season. That's one of the Tibbs kind of criticism that he gets, because he just gassed the shit out of the players and kind of fuck it up in the playoff.
Right.
We gotta realize that RJ is not gonna be drawing the other team's best perimeter defender anymore. That guy's going on Donovan Mitchell.
Good point.
So RJ is gonna be attacking a lesser defender. So and people a lot of times when you add more talent to a team, they think it's gonna be harder to score, but it actually becomes easier because you get more open looks, you get more efficient looks. And if RJ can just jump his efficiency up by like 5 points, and his field goal percentage so go from like 41 to 46, and
if he do that, he'll average 28 a game, guaranteed. Yeah. So, if he get his effective field goal percentage up to 50, bruh, now you're talking about league MVP conversation. If you do that, I don't want to put him in that conversation.
I've got a question for you guys. I've got a question for you guys. On the Randle's MIP season, how much did you guys hate Elfrid Payton?
I didn't hate Elfrid Payton.
I didn't. I came on this panel.
He definitely got hate. So, well, did you guys did you guys not want him to start, or did you guys cool with him start?
I mean, when I hear most Knicks fans say about him is like they complain about his shooting, but like to me, his results just simple. Is just we as a 4th seed when we had him. Like that's it. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Man, I wanted to go to Lowe's and get enough wood to build the biggest slingshot known to man, and put Elfrid Payton in it and pluck him into the sun.
Well, I just want to say,
Payton, bro.
Yeah, I only mentioned him because I wasn't happy that he always started and didn't give quality to those minutes. But one thing I respected him for it was he can go into the basket and finish some of the goals with it, and that's the one thing I can respect for him. Otherwise, I can't respect for him anything. He's not a great defender at all, as people says he is.
I think we kind of underestimated. Let me say this first. I didn't hate Elfrid Payton, but I understood why people did. So,
exactly, me too.
Crazy for not liking Elfrid Payton, but
not personally, nothing personal either.
Nothing personally. Just we did not know the reason why Tibbs keep on playing him and starting him over Rose when Rose was going to play 30 minutes anyway.
But like we kind of underestimated his toughness, and I mean. That team, everybody just knew their role, and that's what made them good. Everybody knew their role.
Bullock had his role.
Yeah, like Reggie Bullock wasn't trying to handle the ball; he knew his role.
He just catch and shoot. Yeah.
Yes, and I think that was good for Julius out of everybody because he was able to just take as many shots as he wanted, get the ball where he wanted. Adding Fournier and Kemba, adding more talent. But the roles became a little jumbled. Along with RJ taking another step last year, the roles became like jumbled. So we could have did way better than Elfrid Payton, but I understood Tibbs trying to keep that second unit together. What I didn't understand was changing it once you got to the playoffs. Like that didn't make any sense to me. I'm like,
that didn't make any sense.
Change it before, like you know what I mean? Like that didn't make game 2. Now you want to change it up. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like we just played right into.
No, he changed it at game 4, not even game 2. He was carrying the Elfrid Payton starting until game 4. Yeah.
When he put Derrick Rose in the starting lineup, it was over. I knew it.
And Derrick Rose got hurt in the second quarter. I was so mad. I was like,
yeah.
Because that was Tibbs saying, "I have nothing else." Like we're panicking now. Like just do whatever. So,
but you know what it was. You know what led to that? NG. And this is one of the things that exacerbated Tibbs, right? If you remember, I'm going to take the RJ Barrett numbers down, y'all. But if you remember the home run pass, Julius Randle threw Derrick Rose threw to Reggie Bullock, right? Reggie Bullock was wide open. We were down by 6. We finally got them to miss. Reggie Bullock was on the other court by himself. Derrick Rose threw Reggie Bullock a home run pass. Reggie Bullock caught the ball and took 52 steps and juked somebody like he was Randy Moss. We saw it live, bro. We was like right there in person. Because when Rose caught back, everybody stood up, right? Because we just knew Reggie Bullock was going to lay it up. This dude, mind you, he didn't dribble once, and he didn't even shoot. He caught the ball, juked the defender like Barry Sanders, ran around the court. This dude took like 59 steps. Tibbs turned his back and dropped his head and walked away.
Reggie Bullock on a fast break was like a scary movie. It was hard to watch.
Yeah, bro. Yo, all he had to do is catch it, dribble one time, and lay up.
Remember
like
he
get taught in 4th grade. I know this. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That was that. It was at that point I kind of felt like, the COVID year, like that regular season, it hurt us. Because you got to realize that was like only my second time experiencing the playoffs at the Garden, right? I'm only 27 years old. So that Garden, like how loud it was, I think it worked against us. Because our guys just were rattled. They were rattled. And when you going up against a guy like Trae Young who thrives in that kind of atmosphere, like that's why you need a Spider Mitchell.
Nah, I mean, like I see that's my biggest problem with RJ. Like I just felt like that was his time to like at least go in the playoffs and average. Like we had to rely on the like ACL torn away Derrick Rose, and that's the biggest problem we face right now. We don't have a star, and Julius Randle, but we clearly seen it in the playoffs. It was Rose really the one stepping up, and like that's the thing. Go ahead.
I think what happened is Julius Randle put too much pressure on RJ in that playoff series.
Yeah, he put too much pressure on himself.
Was who he was supposed to be. My God. RJ would have played a lot better. And I only say that because RJ wasn't the man on that team. He wasn't. Julius Randle was the man, right? So in RJ Barrett's young career, those are probably the biggest games he's ever played in. You understand? So you can't just automatically expect him to be the man in that moment when he wasn't asked to be the man the whole season.
Nah, the biggest game he played is you don't remember he played with Duke. You know what I'm saying? So they was a successful team, even though they didn't win. But I mean, he played on the successful before. That's what I said. Even though they didn't win nothing, that's what I said. But they were a successful team.
They lost to Michigan State. Zion didn't show up in that game either. The game that they lost in the tournament. Zion didn't show up, and Cam Reddish didn't show up.
But the thing that makes me feel better about RJ is RJ.
No, I'm sorry. Zion didn't show up in the Taco Fall game. Zion didn't show up.
Yeah,
Taco Fall played for
RJ didn't seem rattled though. He just couldn't make shots. He didn't seem like he was scared though. You understand? And like that's what matters to me. Like I want to see if you have the heart to play in those moments. And when I forget who he dunked on, but when he dunked on old boy, I said, okay, yeah, he's not scared. Like he has the heart to play in this moment. He just can't make a jump shot.
I'm not right, and that's not good. That's what I'm questioning. I'm not questioning his heart. I'm not questioning how hard he works. I'm questioning when it counts or when we gonna be on the line. We had home court advantage. You know what I'm saying? So that's what people take out accountability, bro. We lost basically a home court advantage. Like basically was no reason they have a fourth, basically be the 4th seed. And at the end of the day, we seen in the series, like I say, like we didn't expect him to be a star or anything, but in the playoffs, like it's team basketball. He was a no-show, and I get.
Hey, bro, I found the guy. I was asked earlier today when we trade Randle, who are the Knicks gonna turn their sights on to hate with all their heart?
It was definitely RJ.
We found the guy, bro. Yeah,
no, I don't think. I don't think it's necessarily hate, guys. Like I wouldn't even necessarily say that because I like RJ and I'm a Knicks fan. Like, but my whole thing is just this, what y'all seeing. My thing is just like it's a lot of old like potential and waiting and Just
Who's
like
your
I said,
favorite Nick,
period.
though? Who's your favorite Nick right now?
My favorite Nick right now is Julius Randle and IQ.
So look. So
You never hear me kill Randle because all Randle need is a point guard.
Let's look at what RJ did. We're talking about his second year in the playoffs, right? All right, let's look at lottery picks. It's not normal for a top 3 pick to be in the playoffs in their second year. That doesn't happen often.
What?
It doesn't happen often because most of these times these lottery picks go to bad teams, right? The guys like Melo and Donovan Mitchell and LeBron, like those are like.
You didn't say John Morant. You didn't say John Morant. John Morant was the second seed, and then they lost in the play, and then the next they like that's extending to me. Like when he came in,
John Morant did not make the playoffs in his second year.
They lost in the play-in. That's what I said.
Exactly. He didn't make the playoffs. So my point is, a second-year player in the playoffs, right? I didn't expect him to be ready for that moment.
Okay.
Actually, him struggling in that moment was a good thing in my opinion because he learned a lot. Because if you look at him in clutch situations last year against LA, that 2-play sequence when he dunked on LeBron and AD and they got the ball and hit the game-tying 3-pointer, or when he hit the game winner against Boston in a big game. You know, so RJ has shown that in clutch situations, he can get the job done. What about in New Orleans when he hit like 4 back-to-back threes to ice the game?
In Boston, he did that against Boston too.
Like, I don't doubt that with RJ.
That's not my point. I'm not doubting none of that. But what did that lead us to? That's what I'm doubting. Like that it didn't lead us to anything. That was my whole point about the 40 points. Like if we would have won by 1 point, hold on, bro. If we'd have won by 1 point at least, it would have showed basically to me. That's how I feel exactly to Shotgun and me. I'd have felt like he's showing some type of leadership. Like, but we lost, bro. Like we lost. So everything that you're saying is no effect on the basketball court or team winning percentages. That's my problem. Everything you say, okay, everything you say is hot and dandy, but that couldn't even lead us to a play-in seed, a 10th seed. So how is that good?
You can't say it's a team game and then turn around and say, but RJ didn't lead us to the win. Both of those can't come out of your mouth at the same time. So
he's on the team.
Wait, but so if RJ drops 40 and on great efficiency and the team loses, it's not RJ's fault they lost. It's a team game.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Go ahead, bro. My fault.
No, but so all I'm saying is I'm not disagreeing with you that RJ has to learn because it's all development, right? His next step in development is learning how to lead his team to victories, right? That's the next step in his development. But as a second, third year player, he's very much on track, in my opinion, to be a star. Very much on track.
So what's your debate about guys like Darius Garland, SGA, that's also in their third season, compared to him?
They're not playing in this pressure cooker we call New York City.
Yeah, and SGA is going into his.
I think that's a bad excuse.
SGA is going into his 5th season.
Yeah, that is a terrible excuse.
The expectations are different. When RJ Barrett was in the playoffs his second year, where was Darius Garland? Where was SGA?
Not starting, but when he got an opportunity, he showed you he was an all-star and got 190.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? He wasn't starting. When Clarkson went down, he stepped up. That to me, that's extending player. Not only he stepped up, he left his team above 500. We did not expect Cleveland or that Bickerstaff and that staff to coach that team to that. Of course, it has something to do with coaching. But when Claxton went down, he stepped in and led to an all-star. That's just my point, bro. I'm not bashing RJ because I love
not Claxton. Wait. Not
Claxton.
You talking Colin Sexton?
Colin Sexton. Yeah, my fault.
So what you're saying is that players develop year after year. That's what I hear you say. Because
no, I'm saying.
Wait a second.
My fault, bro.
I said, where was Darius Garland in his second year in the league compared to RJ Barrett in his second year in the league? Right? Because you bring up how RJ Barrett can show up in the playoffs. I can bring up how Darius Garland's team didn't even make the playoffs. Right? He was on the bench, like you said. So what you're telling me is that year after year,
that's not part of your second year with players get better.
So would you agree that RJ has gotten better every single year? He's never took a step back. So far in his career, he has not taken a step back. His trend has been every year he gets better. Right? So you're telling me RJ is not ascending. I don't understand that when
I didn't say that. I said he's not. That wasn't my. Go ahead. Is you done?
No. So you're blaming RJ for being further along than these other guys were in their second year.
No, I'm not. I'm just comparing it to that. That's
Right,
that's what you're taking.
If you're gonna compare it, you can't just compare last year. You got to compare their entire career. You can't just say, "Oh, Darius Garland was an All-Star last year, so he's RJ's not a star."
What did you say overall? Like that's why I'm confused about your debate. He was a what? Third overall pick. A third overall pick. That's why I feel like you're finding excuses for him.
No,
of course he's supposed to start. Hold on. What Darius Garland was nowhere near ever drafted, scouted to where he can be a top 10 pick. So that debate, I don't understand. RJ Barrett, like you say, your excuse. Hold on. Your excuse was that RJ Barrett was in a big market, but that's the problem. Like we need somebody who can handle the pressure. We don't need nobody that can't handle the pressure.
Hey, bro,
Garland,
wasn't Garland the top 5 pick?
He was. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Was he scouted?
Yes, he was.
Of course, he scouted. That's why he went top 5.
Darius Garland was not. He was not high. I'm just saying the hype. That's all I'm saying. The hype.
Okay.
The hype wasn't as big.
The hype was different. The hype was different because he got drafted to the New York Knicks. That's why the hype was different. If RJ went to Cleveland and
his hype was different because he was a top prospect alongside Zion Williamson.
Right. What are you talking about? Bro?
If RJ got drafted to Cleveland and Darius Garland got drafted to New York as a top 5 pick, the hype on Darius Garland, the media coverage on Darius Garland would have been out of this world. We got to remember RJ Barrett was on the first tape before he even got drafted.
Obi Toppin never get any coverage. Quickly barely gets a coverage. So
if Darius
I think
Garland,
your point is not valid that much.
If Darius Garland was in New York, y'all will hold him in the same light as Ja Morant.
Exactly.
Not really.
That's just my point. That's why I go back to Jay's point what he said earlier. Will RJ Barrett's jersey sell in a lower market? No. Because that's the thing. I get Freezy's point and I get him about the numbers, but the tri-state area has 10 million people in it. So, okay, I get that. But that's the thing.
The pressure is different. Going to develop in Cleveland is a lot different. It's different than coming to New York. And it's different. I don't care what you say. It's different. It's different.
I don't think nobody on the panel disputing that though, bro. But that still don't make the point.
That was my only point. I said RJ and Darius Garland got drafted into 2 different situations. Completely different situations, completely different expectations, complete different pressure.
All right,
it's not about pressure. It's not about pressure, bro. Go ahead, Jay.
This because I don't want this to go all night with the Darius Garland stuff. RJ Barrett is here. I personally don't see it yet. It could change. But what about RJ's game screams star to you? Or what does he need to do to reach that star level? Let's start there.
What about his game? Scream star?
I don't understand what you. I ain't understand.
Because when you look at the stars in the NBA, you got guys that are like freakishly gifted or have a special skill set that separates them from everybody else. What is RJ's skill set that separates him from everybody else?
I actually have no idea what his skill set is.
What is Jimmy Butler's skill set that separates him from everybody else? What is Jimmy Butler's skill set that separates him from everybody else?
Jimmy Butler's skill set is literally jack of all trades. He can do a bit of everything.
No. But what's his skill set that separates him from everybody else? Because there's no blueprint for a star. There's no cookie cut blueprint that you have to fit in to be a star.
And there's no cookie blueprint to be Jimmy Butler. He can't use Jimmy Butler and say this is what RJ Barrett's going to be. I just want to know what
that's my point. I feel like you're comparing him to Jimmy Butler, and like not to cut you off, Jay, but like if we're not saying he has a strong game, that's just my point about what you say about RJ's efficiency is not leading. And obviously he has to be a leader because he led him to a finals in the Eastern Conference Finals. He has to be a leader then. But that's what RJ is clearly not yet. Or not showing.
Shaw, I got a question. When Jimmy Butler got that contract, that $100 million contract, did you think he earned it at that time? Yes or no?
I think he did. Yes. Yeah. That's because everywhere.
I want to hear. I know what the general consensus was is that why did he go to the Heat? They overpaid for this guy. This guy's not going to really take them anywhere. He's not going to go to the finals.
Nah, that there was a Kawhi Leonard shot from going from the finals, so I disagree with that, bro.
No. I'm talking about when he went to the Heat as though basically the lone star at the time.
Yeah, he deserved everything he was. Because, like I say,
no one considered Jimmy Butler a top tier, top 5 performer in the NBA.
Nobody did.
So
nobody thought he would be that.
You can't just retroactively say, "Oh, he was this and that." Y'all be lying on here, bro. Y'all can't be lying.
Nah, you asked me a question. You asked me a question and you're gonna tell me I'm lying.
No, I wasn't his side for Philly's.
Bro, I wanted him to go back to Philly, bro. Do you understand, bro? They was a buzzer beater away from going to the finals. That Philly team was awesome. He was the perfect fit for that Philly team.
But did you think Miami would go to the finals with Jimmy Butler?
He overachieved. That's the problem. That's where the leader aspect has to come in. That's all I'm saying. Because he overachieved. He overachieved in this league, period.
In Chicago, did you think Jimmy Butler would be a star? When he
was a starter.
He was already a star.
No,
he was a starter. Man. I never thought he was going to be a superstar like he is now. No, I didn't. I'm being honest with that.
Okay,
because he was playing under Rose.
And neither did Chicago because they drafted Tony Snell.
Exactly,
and Tony Snell
to Zach LaVine.
Yeah, and my point is, there's no way that you can know and say, "Oh, I don't see it," like because you didn't see a lot of stars. So my point is, does RJ have the ingredients to be a star? In my opinion, he does. Will he be one? I don't know. I'm not Nostradamus.
Okay, my question is, what do you see that makes you come to that conclusion? What do you see that makes you come to that conclusion? That's all I asked. That's all.
His size, his heart. He can get to the basket at will.
His size at what?
Wait. You gotta let me finish. His size, his heart. He can get to the basket at will. His playmaking ability. He's a very good passer, very underrated. His IQ is high. He can defend. He can do a lot. And when my man from Australia said Jimmy Butler was a jack of all trades, when I look at RJ Barrett, there's not too many things he can't do. And that's why I think he has the potential and the gifts to be a star. When you look at RJ, there's not many things you can say, "Oh, he can't do that." What can't RJ Barrett do? You tell me that. What can't he do?
Lead a team.
How do you know this?
That's to be determined. I can't say that now.
Yeah, he's on a rookie scale, literally. But I mean, in terms of that, if we say that, does RJ Barrett deserve a max contract in terms of what he has done? Hell no.
Not a max. No, I wouldn't give him a max.
Okay.
Will he be mad if he doesn't get one?
Oh, he say he's deserved. He thinks he's a max player. Same thing with Tyler Hero. That's why Miami ain't giving. They really don't value them that much, and the league don't value them that much. Because think about it. That's everybody think the Jazz just want to rebuild players. No, the Jazz don't want RJ because they don't think he's a max player. That tells you his value a little bit, bro. They're not saying if he was good, bro. They will bro. Let's please New York, give me 3. They really don't give a shit. They don't care.
I agree.
Hey, so
that don't make sense, bro.
Hey, so Miguel P, thank you for the generous contribution. Miguel P says RJ jersey on the way up because expected to last longest as a New York Knick. Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all, bro, just as a courtesy, not to curse as much, bro, because I listened to the last live stream and it's not ridiculous. I'm just saying, because some of the cursing we heard, bro, from the Knicks Morning Drive one show, I started to take it down off YouTube because it sounds so bad. But I'm just asking y'all to be respectful of the viewers and such.
Yes, sir.
But I got a thing that I want to jump in right here and add something to. Hey, Miguel P, first of all, thank you for that generous contribution. That's an excellent point too. Right, but I wanted to add this to the conversation. Right, for the people that are down on RJ, they should consider this. Every time we compare RJ Barrett to another young superstar, we conveniently leave out what those other young superstars have at their disposal. Right? For instance. Right, you have a Zion. You're like, well, RJ don't put up Zion type numbers. But guess what a Zion has? Zion has a Brandon Ingram and a CJ McCollum. And sure, Zion didn't play with CJ McCollum, but you know who he did play with? Lonzo Ball. Right? All right, and then we compare Darius Garland, who's a point guard, right? Does something totally different than what RJ does. Right? And so what we do is this. We compare RJ to Darius Garland, but you know what Cleveland had? At one point, they had 3 out of the 4 number 1 picks in the draft, right? They drafted Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, all within the same time frame, right? Do y'all remember who was drafted the year before RJ Barrett? I'm asking. Y'all know who was drafted the year before? Kevin Knox. Right? RJ's peers for his team are Kevin Knox, Frank, right? And then after it's Obi, Quickly, and Grimes. And I'm talking about first round picks. I'm not talking about all these other picks. So while Darius Garland is an excellent young player, and we want to give him credit for being an excellent young player, we don't want to knock him because Darius Garland is an excellent young player. Yeah, he's a player. You know this, right?
Yeah.
But we can't hold the Dre. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
I just asked yelling. Come on, bro. We're gonna be here all night. Yeah. So what I'm getting at is when we compare others to RJ, you have to look at legit the track record of these teams' draft history and their ability to put talent around these young guys and develop them. Right? That's all I'm saying. It's like let's not just throw RJ out on the griddle and then act like the other teams didn't have anything. They didn't have any drama. Right? All I'm asking is just be fair. Use context. And I was just now when y'all was talking, I was just about to put all that on the screen, and I was like, "Nah, man, these dudes too smart for that, man." What I'll do is I'll just talk to them about it and see if they get what I'm getting at. Like one team legit had Evan Mobley, Isaac Okoro, Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, and in the same time frame, one team had Kevin Knox, RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly, and Grimes.
I know Uncle Freezy. I just want to rebuttal that just real quick. I'm gonna be rapid fire. My only thing to that is that's an organization problem. How do you get top 10 picks? You got to be a bad team, right? So they drafted right. We didn't draft right. That's it.
No.
Wait, G, let me and King Ant G, because Shot Smoke don't know me like that, right? He just getting to know me. King Ant G, you just see how I laid the trap out for him, right?
Yeah, man.
you just see how I laid the trap out for Shot Smoke to just jump into the trap. I didn't push him into it. I didn't trick him into it, right? He went and laid down in the trap on his own. So you said a team has to be terrible to get those picks, right?
Yeah, get them, man.
Which one of those picks were higher than RJ Barrett? None of them. So RJ Barrett played, based on your theory that you just laid out, RJ Barrett was in the worst situation. But you expect RJ Barrett to get into that situation and turn it around.
I mean,
right. Listen, Freezy. I'm going by the Shot Smoke theory.
Freezy, he did, Freezy. He was the second option on a 4th seed, home court advantage. We leave that out like it didn't happen. He was the second option on a 4th seed. Okay. That's the reason why they weren't in the lottery. You know why? Because RJ Barrett was too good. That's why they weren't in the lottery.
In his second season.
What about why you didn't? King AG.
So Shy, the main thing I want to do here, man, is just make sure the conversations be fair and balanced. That's all. Like if we say RJ Barrett sucks and we compare him to other players, just compare the environment in every city, right? Because think about this. Think about this. The Knicks had a worse record than the New Orleans Pelicans, right? And the New Orleans Pelicans got the number 1 pick, and they got Zion. Would we be saying that if the way things are supposed to go went the way that they were supposed to go? If the Knicks had Zion right now, would we be saying our New York Knicks draft pick, Zion, is a worse player than the Pelicans draft pick, RJ Barrett? No, right? No. There were factors at play here. Then plus you got to look at roster turnover. When's the last time the Knicks had the same backcourt going into the next season? Think about this. When have the Knicks had 2 guys start in the backcourt for consecutive seasons?
Raymond Felton and
we actually had 3 different point guards for last season.
I mean, Uncle Freak. Again, that's our organization. That's the GM. Like they put
matters, man.
No, we talk about on the floor. We talking about on the floor now.
I mean, I can't help who the team get. Like that's why I don't understand. I get the question, but it's like
so you saying it's too many. So it's too many moving parts, right? It's too many moving parts, man. We can't say that's the organization thing, right?
Yeah.
But yet we are grilling RJ Barrett.
And Freezy, my man Shaw, I think his name is Shaw.
First of all, he's shotgunning. I call him Shot Smoke because he don't duck nothing.
It's all family. It's all family. But you talked about RJ,
and that's my man, by the way. Shotgunner is an up and coming star in this joint, bro. I be reading comments and stuff, bro. They be like, "Yo, let me at him, Uncle Freezy." I'm like, "Nah, man, ain't nobody coming at this dude. Ain't nobody coming at this dude, man. Let that man talk. Y'all got opinions. He got opinions too.
Yeah.
Let him state his opinion just like everybody else."
And what you saying, Angie?
Nah, so like I heard you say, RJ hasn't proven he can lead a team, and sometimes this is what we do as Knicks fans: is we judge our players more harshly than the guys we're comparing them to. Because Cleveland started off really well, but the moment Jared Allen got hurt, why wasn't Darius Garland able to lead his team to the playoffs? Zion still hasn't led his team to the playoffs. RJ was the second option on the 4 seed when Ja Morant wasn't in the playoffs. So if you're gonna judge RJ by that standard, judge them all by that standard, in my opinion. You can't just judge him by that. You got to look at the other players around the league in his position.
Yeah. Let's just not move the conversation around. Whatever the rules are to the judgment, let those rules be the same for everybody.
Can I apply some more context too?
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Dre. I'm sorry, bro. I just wanted to get that point out, man. I didn't mean to.
You good?
I wasn't snapping at you, bro. I just wanted to get my thing.
Man. These teams actually put around complementary players around the guys that you're talking about. Ja Morant loves to play up and down, pace with athletes on the court. Guess what they did? They gave him some athletes out there. And look at who he plays with compared to who RJ plays with. You would agree that RJ plays better when it's up tempo and in transition and on a break, right? We're literally last in pace the last 2 seasons. While RJ doesn't even play with our draft picks that thrive in transition. RJ and Obi never play on the court together. RJ and Quickly never play on the court together. RJ and Grimes barely play on the court together.
Hey, Dre, when they did, they beat Miami.
Exactly. And I'm just saying, like, these guys are way more complimentary towards RJ's game. And we don't actually do things that are helpful towards our top 3 lotto picks. I'm just saying, compared to these other guys like Garland on the Cavs, on Garland's behalf, they put around a bunch of defenders around him, drafted high lotto picks that were 2-way players in college.
And then when they got hurt,
him
fell apart. The team fell apart.
Exactly. When we talk about Zion, when those guys got hurt. When we talk about Zion and their team composition, they got a bunch of 3-and-D players. They got an isolation scorer, and they got a point guard that can shoot from basically anywhere.
And they play better without.
Gentlemen, greetings. And one more dimension. How many of those other guys played a different position from what they are actually drafted for?
Oh, that too.
Is that a big factor or not?
What if Zion was supposed to play small ball 5?
Exactly.
Will he be as productive? What if Darius Garland was forced to play the 2?
Oh, he was for a while. Remember? That's when he was coming.
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
It was
Yeah,
mostly Colin as the 2. Garland was really setting up the offense. Colin was the gunner.
Yeah,
man, we
he started his second year too. Garland and Sexton started together.
We're so quick to give up, or not even give up, but to draw these conclusions on our players. And I think that's what the mistake is. Like a year ago, nobody would be arguing Darius Garland over RJ Barrett. Not a soul in the universe would be arguing. It took 1 year. It took 1 year for Knicks fans to say, "Oh, RJ, he's not that. RJ is Harrison Barnes." Like it literally took 1 year where he averaged 20. We could talk about his efficiency. We could talk. That's a part of development, right? Once you learn how to score, you have to learn how to score more efficiently. It's a part of development. It's what these teams do all the time. But in New York, it's why people say you can't rebuild in New York, because our fans behave like this. When our players are actually developing, and the warts in their game starts to show, right? Because in order to be developed, the warts have to be exposed. That's how you get developed. You can't know what to fix if you don't know what to develop. So when we actually are developing a star, we giving up on him in his 3rd year.
How durable is Darius Garland?
Not very.
Salute to the panel.
How durable is John Morant?
We know he's not durable.
How durable is Zion Williamson?
Next question.
How durable is RJ Barrett? How durable is RJ Barrett?
He is available every day.
He plays through injuries, and his numbers suffer for it.
If y'all would let me, I would like to say my piece on RJ Barrett, please.
Hey, can we? Hey, let me get Todd B real quick, and then just real quick, Jay. Hey, Todd B, what's good, bro?
What's going on, Freezy, man? How you doing?
Bro, man, if I need some help, bro.
Yeah, well, no, I
these,
think you got enough, though.
These men in here are slandering RJ Barrett, bro.
It's appalling, isn't it? Let me tell you something. If RJ Barrett played for any other team, and you looked at his numbers just from last year, and especially after December 31st to the end of the year,
right?
They'd be like, "Oh man, that's a developing two-way wing."
Now they'd be begging to trade for him.
We can
we need RJ Barrett.
Right.
In 2 years, we can get RJ Barrett. Like,
yeah.
Getting all the photos of him in Knicks uniform when he was baby.
Right. That would be great.
Photoshopping. Yeah, they be photoshopping stuff on Twitter right now, bro.
You would think he averaged 24 for 3 weeks.
Go ahead, Jay. All right.
Right. Like
he averaged 24 for a whole
sign.
half a year.
Right.
A whole half a season, he averaged 24. It wasn't a couple weeks.
Hey, Angie, let Todd B just get a little bit him and
you know I'm Julius Randle with a panel, man. I need all the shots for you.
Yo, Angie.
But any other, they'd be like, wow. And that dude seeks out on his own to guard the other team's best perimeter offensive weapon.
Right.
Oh, and look at his backcourt mate. Known defensive stalwart Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker.
That's sarcasm, by the way.
Or how about the year before that? When he had one defender, two good defenders, but they were straight garbage offensively.
Hey, wait! Did you say they were good defenders?
Reggie Bullock was a good defender
when he felt like it.
Alfred,
could
have been a good defender. He's a good defender in theory. I don't think he is, but put it like this: in the coach's eyes, he's a good defender.
In theory, it's hilarious.
Well, they were gifted
What?
defenders, and then they try to apply the gift. They're like,
I'm never gonna forgive Tibbs.
But again,
I'm never gonna go ahead.
but at least, but I will say this: we can't say this is why I get pissed at Tibbs, but I give him a little latitude. Look how he's developed RJ from where RJ was his rookie year to now. If somebody had told us after his rookie year that in year 3 he was going to average 26 and 5 and play good defense and was sturdy, never really had any injury, played through injuries, y'all wouldn't have signed up for that?
I'm signing up for it now.
Absolutely.
I mean, come on, man.
I'm not even RJ fan, and I'm signing up for it.
You sound ridiculous.
Hey, let me.
Hey, Todd, you good? Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to show you this. So Reggie Bullock's defensive rating during that time is 110.9, right? Right, and I know y'all are like, objection, Your Honor, relevancy. What does anything have to do with that, right? So one was 110.9. Here's the other guy that we high and exalt, right? Same time, same season, right? Can everybody see that? No, you can't see it, right? I'm gonna get to your super chat too, bro. I'm gonna get to your super chat too, bro. Alfred Payton is 110.4. The source for it is StatMuse. Y'all see StatMuse right there? Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick out one other player on that team during that same time, right? One other person. I'm just gonna pick a random person, okay? I'm just gonna pick a random person.
Anyone knows Freezer, this person is very random.
Nothing Freezer does is random, by the way.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. That's Darius Garland's.
Oh,
that's Darius Garland's teammate that was drafted as a defensive lockdown a lockdown defender. Isaac Okoro, his defensive rating is 118.4. Right? All right. So that's the wrong one though. Just bear with me, y'all. I'm not trying to make it snooze fest. I'm sorry. Where is it? I'm sorry. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. I need to find another random person.
Yeah, that's a random.
Oh, okay. Julius Randle. Julius Randle during that year where everybody says defense, blase, blah. Oh, look at the headline. Julius Randle is not to blame for the Knicks' struggles. I don't even know why they wrote that article because we're gonna blame them anyway.
Wow.
But on January 22nd, Julius
Is that
Randle
this year?
No, it's 2021. I'm gonna scroll up and show you.
Oh, okay.
Because his defense this year wasn't that. Y'all see right there where it's highlighted, right? In blue?
2021, yeah.
All right. All right. Julius Randle's net rating was 108. So we give Julius Randle a lot of credit for a lot of stuff, except for the stuff that he actually does. Like defend. Miguel P, thank you for your generous contribution. Miguel P says the delay on RJ extension is more about luxury tax. Thank you for that, bro. We appreciate you.
And it's timing too, Freeze. To respond to the super chat, it's timing as well. Like why send him down when you can get the talent and then extend him and go over the like my man said, the luxury tax. It makes more sense.
All right. And you don't know what salary you gotta gonna have to go out.
Right.
In the Donovan Mitchell trade.
Yeah,
you gotta settle that.
I'm sorry. Let me get Miguel P real quick and I'm gonna get out the way, I promise. Miguel P says this roster is not ready to be a luxury tax team yet. Thank you for that, bro. I appreciate it.
I'll say this too, not to get too far off, but my man made a comment about the Jazz and not wanting RJ Barrett. And sometimes we get caught up in these media games. If you remember in the beginning of the Donovan Mitchell books, the Utah Jazz wanted RJ Barrett. The Knicks said no. And all of a sudden, oh, we don't want RJ Barrett anymore. It's the same thing that Miami did when they said, oh, we don't need Donovan Mitchell. We have Victor Oladipo. Like, teams do that when they know that they're not getting a guy. You know what I mean? So if the Jazz could have RJ Barrett, the trade would be done. The Jazz would take
Yeah,
RJ Barrett.
that's of course. That's not. Hold on, Jay
go
wanted
ahead,
to do
Sarge.
something.
Hey,
All right.
Sarge, go ahead, Sarge. Go ahead, Sarge.
Okay, so although I'm not an RJ fan or a Randle fan, you hear me defend him a lot. One thing I will actually challenge you on was that you and you talking about RJ's gonna be a star. What you described, the skill set and the factors that you said describe him as a potential star. I got a guy who I think has all those skill sets and more, and that's Cam. So I'm not quite sure that's enough. I actually consider RJ a potential star based on other factors, and these factors still apply to this guy who just got a documentary done on him. He was the captain of the greatest baseball team of all time, playing at shortstop. The one,
my God,
Derek Jeter.
Hey, Sarge, your sound is breaking up, bro. We can't hear you.
Me and
I'm
Derek,
just saying those intangibles.
me and Derek
shortstop.
doing 27.
All right, if y'all let me
But he was
chime
not
in
the
real
greatest,
quick.
most gifted shortstop, or even baseball player overall. But the intangibles that he brought to that team made them champions, and that's what I think RJ's star potential is based on. He has all the fundamentals. He has a few, above average skill sets, but the intangibles of that calm leadership, representation, kind of like just energy and aura, brings everybody else up. He makes his teammates better, and that's what I think RJ's star potential is based on, not purely athleticism, skill set, or current build. So that's where I'd argue the point a little bit more. Again, I'm not an RJ fan, but I would say he's a potential star based on the intangible that we can see clearly in the captain, Mr. Derek Jeter. And I'm telling you, Freezy, get my captain's name out of your mouth. Okay, keep my captain's name out of your
Bro,
mouth.
your sound was breaking. Every time you say Derek Jeter, the sound just start going crazy.
Oh, man. I gotta come see you in Atlanta, son.
And this is
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
What I see is us as Knicks fans, we celebrate drafting a guy that's not a bust, and we just label him a star. That's where I see the discrepancy is. Because everything I see RJ does, he's gonna be a very good player, maybe even a great player. Who knows? Yet to be seen. But for anybody to sit here and try to convince me that they see RJ Barrett is gonna be a star in this league, I'm sorry, I don't see the evidence of that yet. And that's no shot at nobody. You have your opinion. But like I said, nobody has yet to show me a trait that RJ Barrett has that screams star potential.
I'm about to ask you a question that is going to be
I
impossible.
totally agree.
So don't worry about answering
So
it.
there's nothing wrong about him being a good to great player. There's nothing wrong with that. Why we got to keep labeling everybody a star?
This question I'm about to ask you is not really a fair question because you're not going to really be able to answer it. But it's something for you to think about. How many third-year players average 20 points per game and didn't become a star?
They can't answer that question.
I know, but I'm something to think about. I would bet it's not many. Averaging 20 points a game in the league is not an easy thing to do. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
And if he was on earlier, I told Freezy that it's very hard to score 20 points in this league. It's even harder to score 24 points if he fixes his efficiency. No one's debating that about RJ. My thing is, I'm not the type of guy that likes to just hand out max contract because someone asked for it. I'm not the type of guy that just sits here and say Jalen Brunson had a great playoffs. He's going to be a star. That's not me. What I see in guys that separates them from their peers is what tells me that's a star. If you can take over a game by yourself, control it on multiple levels, that's a star to me. When Donovan Mitchell came into the Garden and killed the Knicks without scoring that many points because he was distributing and playing good defense, that screams as a star to me because I know at any moment he can drop 50 on somebody's head. That's where I come from.
He had 37 on RJ.
Not when he came to the Garden. And let's not again. It's not about points with me. I'm just speaking in general.
I'm kind of describing what you described to me though. Actually sounds like a superstar. Not a
Yes.
star, a superstar. So what's a superstar to you? What you describe as a star?
Hey, I have a question for I forget who, but the anti RJ people in the chat in the panel. What
No
if I
one
told?
is
Well,
anti.
hold
No
on, hold on.
one is
I'm gonna
anti.
just
No
read
one
something.
is anti RJ. I like RJ.
I'm just
I'm just
saying
not
the
ready to
RJ
name him as a
detractors.
star.
Yeah, I
That's
don't like
all.
that narrative either.
Don't say
Go
I'm
ahead,
an
Tom.
RJ hater because I'm not an RJ hater. I like
Nah,
RJ.
because I'm a Knicks fan too, and that's what I want to clear up too. I don't hate RJ. I just, like I said, this is my
Okay.
only point with RJ, and I'm gonna let you go, Todd. My only point with RJ is I don't think he's worth the max player of a Darius Garland, and I feel like people that's 22 and his age have accomplished more in the league than him.
Well,
Okay.
That's
I don't
it.
Fair enough.
think I don't think neither
How
one of
about
them.
RJ skeptics then? Is that fair? RJ skeptics.
Facts.
All right.
That's fair.
All right. This is a player. This is what he averaged his third year in the league. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 0.9 steals, 0.4 blocks.
Okay.
Can you name his age? Can you say his age at the time? First 3rd year too?
Kawhi Leonard. They got to be
Come on.
Kawhi.
Hold on.
No, that's not. That's like. It's not, well, no, I know who it is.
His age, hold on, I'm trying to figure it out.
I think it was 24.
I already know
I'm
who it
trying to
is.
find his bio.
He was 24.
But he was a one and done.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Wiggins, maybe?
No. He was 24 years old. He's a lot more
24.
experienced. He's a star, borderline superstar right now.
He was a one and done and came in the league at 21.
No. He's saying he's 24. Hold on, let me find his age.
All right,
But
while you look that up, I'm going to say this. Anybody who wants to use any other player as a reasoning why this player is going to end up being like that player, that's just another reason for you to like benefit off your feelings. I can't sit here and say RJ Barrett's going to be Andrew Wiggins. RJ Barrett's going to be Jimmy Butler. RJ Barrett's going to be Kawhi Leonard. No player has the same linear path to success. If that was the case,
that's not what
every
I'm saying,
team
though.
would draft those players with the same comparables and be like, you know what? He's going to be this. He's going to be that. I just can't use that logic anymore.
But that's not the
linear.
point I'm making. That's not even the point I'm making. This player is right now is 25 years old. So this is his 6th year in the league. So after his 3rd year, he'd have been 22, same age as RJ.
Okay. Different guy now.
Okay.
We're on our toes, man. We're
Y'all want to know who it is?
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you something else. This player this year averaged 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3.5 assists.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Listen, like,
and people got mad when he got his contract too. By the way,
Yeah, he got mad when he got his contract. See, he hadn't done
people
nothing.
got mad as hell when he got his 25 mil at the time. I think it was.
People was crushed.
He got whatever the max was, but now we mad at RJ, who averaged after his year 3, 26 and 5, and we didn't spend the last 15 minutes contextualizing how he got that 26 and 5.
I'll say this. One, I don't think Darius Garland deserved the max, in my opinion. Not off 1 year. So no, I don't think RJ deserves the max. I don't think a lot of guys deserve the max.
Right.
I don't think Zion deserved the max. So you're not gonna get an argument out of me there. I just don't I just don't understand the argument of we don't know if he can be a star, but I know he can't be one. Like I don't get that. So if we don't know, then it's okay to say, listen, I don't know if RJ can be a star or not. I don't see it. Because if you can't see it, that means I can see it. You know what I mean? So if we're just gonna say we don't know, let's just say we don't know. But you can't tell me a 3rd year guy averaging 20 is not doesn't have the potential to be a star. Like if he averaged 4 more points, would he be a star? Like and that's what I don't know what threshold he has to cross for people.
Right. And it's not like he's trending down. He's trending up. Every year he's improved.
And no one's debating what you guys are saying. I haven't yet to say anything negative about RJ.
Right. So I'm not saying you have. I'm just saying. So why would we continue? we'll expect him to continue on an upward trajectory.
That's a better conversation to have because he is having an upward trajectory. He is going to be a good player. When he reaches and we see more evidence that he can be a star player, then we can anoint him that. I can't do that right now.
I feel like they think his ceiling isn't that high. Like he's just gonna plateau at some point.
Right. So, like, do you think he's plateaued already? Let's say that.
No, I don't think he has plateaued already because he still has
can't
growth
say
to
that.
go.
Okay. So then, at his peak, do you think he can average 24, 25 a game? Then that's only 4 more points.
For RJ, if he improves his efficiency, that's too easy.
And then that's why it's back on the organization. See, that's the thing. It's like everything Jay say. That's why I'm quiet. He's saying everything I agree with. It's just how I'm thinking. If it's organization wise, if it's Knicks fan wise, guys, how do we expect him to get that 4 points if we get a ball player like Donovan Mitchell? Like, I don't understand.
You think Donovan Mitchell's gonna take every shot? Like, dude, every team has. That's what you want is 2 dynamic scoring wings. You don't think Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell will make the game infinitely easier for RJ than what he's had thus far in his career?
And vice versa.
And vice versa, because it'll be the best offensive wing that Donovan Mitchell has played with.
Go ahead, Uncle Freeze.
Go ahead, Joe. No, go ahead, Joe.
I'm just saying, how are we expecting his numbers to go down? We're gonna see the best RJ Barrett. Put it like this: he'll be in an optimized environment.
And
this Donovan Mitchell trade is going to help RJ Barrett as much as it's going to help Donovan Mitchell.
And let's say this: if you think RJ at his peak, right? Let's say RJ had a team with no other dominant ball handler; it was just him, right? If you think RJ at his peak can average 24, right? But maybe at his peak on a team with other players, he may not get to 24 because there's other dudes that got to score, right? Then you shouldn't judge a star based upon how much points he's scoring, because what you're saying is it depends on the situation, right? So if you believe,
I'm not saying that. And G, just to piggyback, I got you. To piggyback, you said if he averaged 4 more points, like you trying to basically find out like what is the determine, like you saying what will make him a star. If he averaged 4 more points, would that make him a star?
I'm saying like, do you believe he has hit his ceiling? You said no. So I'm saying, do you believe at his peak can he average 4 more points a game he's averaging right now? And you said so would him averaging 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists make him a star in your opinion?
I mean, to me,
if he does that efficiently, yeah.
So that means that y'all can see him being a star then. Because if you think
that wasn't our point though, and G, not to even cut you off. We never ever said that. Back to Jay's point, he already answered that. To not answer it again. Again, that's better. This is better conversation because, like I said, is he ascending? Yes, he's ascending. But like I say, back to players that's 22. Like you go back to organization and say Ja Morant and them playing small markets. No matter what, they're young players that's leading their team to success or to some type of all-star. That's it, bro. That's all.
Yeah, but RJ wasn't. Yeah, but I don't want to go in too many circles because I feel like we kind of talking about different things at the same time. But just to close my point, RJ Barrett was a second option or 4th seed. That is leading a team, in my opinion. If you're the first or second option, you're assisting and leading the team. So RJ has had more playoff success than many of his counterparts. Garland hasn't even been there. Zion hasn't done anything in the playoffs yet. Ja Morant is the only name that you bring up.
I brought up SGA. Hold on, not to cut you off. I brought up SGA. I brought up Anthony Edwards.
What's SGA's playoff success? What has he done? He's on the worst team in the league year after year.
Hey,
but when you got Chris Paul, he's averaging 20 points.
Yeah,
so now it's what he's averaging, not his team success. You just said about leading a team.
Wasn't SGA on a team with? Wasn't SGA on a team with who was their backup point guard?
Chris Paul.
No.
No, you talk about
no. I asked who their backup point guard was.
Oh,
Dennis Schroeder, I believe.
Dennis Schroeder,
yeah.
right? So SGA was on a team with Dennis Schroeder and Chris Paul.
Yes, he was.
What if RJ Barrett was in a backcourt with Chris Paul? What would y'all say about that?
Okay.
I don't know how
Boom.
Chris Paul's gonna make RJ hit
Mic
his
drop.
shots
Mic drop.
or
There,
hit his layups. That's an
no,
RJ problem. RJ needs to
no,
fix
it's
that.
not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because when you have a floor general, you get easier shots.
Okay,
RJ
you're not
works
listening.
better.
You're missing my point with what I
You
said.
said you don't think Chris
Yeah,
Paul is
let,
gonna help RJ
So,
make his shot.
again, so Chris
yeah,
Paul
let him
is
finish.
touched by the hand of God that every person he passes the ball to is going to shoot 40% from threes? No, that's an RJ problem. RJ needs to work on that. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. If RJ plays with a better playmaker, that's great. But again, the RJ problem was that he needs to be better efficient. So let's not forget that.
Yeah. So yeah. Let me
Everything
just
Chris
jump.
Paul
Let me
goes
just jump in here.
efficiency
Let me
goes
just jump
up.
in here. So okay. So basically, Chris Paul can make everybody better except RJ Barrett.
Except RJ Barrett. We talk about players making their teams better all the time.
Angie, let me answer. And so RJ
Again,
Barrett.
you guys are
So
missing
Chris
the point.
Paul. No. Because you said okay. So what's your
I
point?
said y'all acting like if Chris Paul would have came here last year, he would have had the hand of God and RJ would have scored much better. My whole thing is still is I'm based upon what I see. Like you said, Freezy, ain't no ifs. So if that never happened, it never happened. I can't say that. What I do know right now is RJ is bad efficiently, and I hope he can get better at it so he can take the next step. And there ain't nothing wrong with me wanting that.
Yeah, what is wrong with that, guys? That's all we're saying. And like,
he was bad efficient.
But we're conceding.
So
At least I'm
before I
conceding
anoint
that.
RJ as a star, I want to see him shoot. I'm not asking him to shoot 50% from the 45 for a high volume shooter. That's good numbers. 37, 38, 36% from threes for a high volume shooter. That's good numbers. If RJ puts up those kind of numbers and scores those 24, 25 points the way you guys are talking about him, then yeah, I would say this kid's future is extra bright. But until he reaches that, let's calm it down with the star talk. Let's just say the kid is an ascending player. He's going to go places. When he reaches there, then we can anoint him as a star.
What we're trying to say is we talk all Knicks fans bash Melo for 6-7 years because he quote unquote didn't make his teammates better. Right? That's what Knicks fans said about Melo for years. Right? Now we're acting like we don't understand that the greatest point guard of this generation wouldn't get RJ Barrett higher efficient shots. He would. Because when you have a guy that can get in, think about when you watch RJ Barrett, he works hard for every basket he gets. He gets no easy baskets. Why is that? Because spacing is off and there's no point guard. So when you can't get easy baskets, your efficiency drops. We know
Do
this.
you know what you're saying right now? Do you know that for a fact?
Yes, we do, because it's a trend.
No, you're not listening. Do you know that for a fact that would happen with RJ?
He said so he's saying it's safe to assume that it is.
Okay,
because
so then it's safe to assume
because
that
wait.
with the two guards
Wait. Let me finish. So he's saying that it's safe to assume that if something happened in 12 consecutive seasons, it can happen in the 13th season. Because this is not spotty. It's not. Tyson Chandler was a lottery bust. He played with Chris Paul and got better. Right? Courtney Lee was a random guy. He played with Chris Paul. He got better.
What
I mean, to say that Chris to say that Chris Paul doesn't make players better shifts the conversation, and we need to stop talking about RJ Barrett and talk about Chris Paul not making players better.
No, because now you
in my
want
opinion.
again your famous words. You want to shift the goalpost now. Because
wait a minute,
you're
I'm
going
shifting
based
the
upon
goalpost.
Chris's
How
Paul,
did I shift the goalpost by
because
saying
you're talking
Chris
about
Paul?
Chris's Paul whole career that we have evidence of, and I'm talking about 2 years of RJ Barrett, 3 years of RJ Barrett. What we seen.
No, we're talking about efficiency and how it's affected.
Yeah.
Okay, and like I said, that's an RJ problem. He needs to shoot better, not Chris Paul is going to make him shoot better.
This is ridiculous, bro. Miguel P, thank you for your generous contribution, bro. Miguel P says, I think Ayton might owe some cash to Chris Paul. Exactly. He is saying that Ayton is better because of Chris Paul.
So to y'all logic, with Jalen Brunson here, to y'all logic, RJ better be a 25 point per game scorer.
Okay, wait. So are you saying Jalen Brunson? Are you saying Jalen Brunson is as good as Chris Paul?
No, because y'all said better playmaking.
No, we didn't. We said Chris Paul makes people better.
And that's why I said he needs to be touched by the hand of God for y'all to be happy.
We said Chris Paul makes people better.
He needs to be surrounded by a functional basketball.
Angie, hold on, Angie, hold on. We said Chris Paul makes players better. Period. We didn't mention Jalen Brunson once in the last 40 minutes I've been tracking this conversation. Now, at not one point did we say Jalen Brunson is comparable to Chris Paul. Not once.
But y'all did say that better playmaking is going to help RJ. So with Jalen Brunson here, that he's a better playmaker. It
bro,
should help
if you just hate RJ Barrett, just say it, bro. You hate RJ Barrett?
This is exactly what y'all said. Since y'all don't like the fact that I like to talk real about RJ, y'all get upset.
No,
Me
it's not
saying that
upset.
RJ Barrett can't shoot, I guess y'all upset.
It's not upset.
No, we not upset, bro. No, all we saying is whatever topic it is that we talk about, just keep everything in context. Everything can't be jumped around to say that to make RJ Barrett look bad.
I'm not trying to make RJ Barrett look bad. You guys want me to make RJ Barrett look bad because I came on here and I said I like RJ Barrett. I kept telling you guys the same thing over and over again. I said the sky is the limit for this kid. I said he's progressing. My only knock I keep saying is that his efficiency. He needs to get better at that. That's a RJ problem, and y'all want to come at me like hounds.
We agree with you. He does need to improve his efficiency. We just provide context for that inefficiency.
Right?
What are we talking about? Yeah.
To justify why he's inefficient as well, because there are factors that involved.
RJ's inefficiency is all over the court, at the rim, at the free throw line, at the 3-point line. Chris Paul ain't gonna shoot free throws for him, bro. Chris Paul ain't gonna make layups for him, bro.
We're not disagreeing with you. What you're doing?
Well, then that's it. That's an RJ problem. Let him fix it. Let him work.
No. You're acknowledging the diagnosis. You're saying RJ is inefficient. Nobody's disagreeing with you. What we're saying is that there's factors that go into that. He's not just inefficient because he's inefficient. There's factors that go into it. When you lack spacing, when you lack a guy that can get people into their spots, when you lack a guy that can hit you in your shooting pocket when you're open, all of those things affect your efficiency. If you've played basketball before and you're open and somebody passes you the ball outside of your shooting pocket, it's going
at
to
your
affect
knees.
So my point is Chris Paul is a master at hitting guys in their shooting pocket. He's a master at getting guys in their spots. He's a master at breaking down a defense. So if you put a guy like that next to anybody, it's not even RJ Barrett, next to anybody, chances are the efficiency of everybody playing with him is going to increase because he increases the efficiency of his teammates. He makes his teammates better. We've been saying this forever. If you know basketball, you know that when spacing is better and when you have a floor general to get guys the ball, they shoot higher efficient shots and they shoot on a higher efficiency. That's just basketball. It's not
okay, so since we're talking about basketball, and like I said, since everybody loves Jalen Brunson, including myself, since he is a good playmaker.
Let's stick on basketball.
Since college, right? I expect to see a better RJ this year coming up, and I do expect to see a better RJ.
Angie, like you say, based
upon what I said to everybody, and y'all keep missing the fact. I want RJ to progress the way RJ's gonna progress. I'm not gonna say he's a Butler or he's Wiggins. RJ's gonna be RJ Barrett. I'm not ready to call him a star like you guys are. That's y'all prerogative. I get it. But the moment RJ still struggles this year, y'all got to stop with excuses. Simple as that.
But I don't think anyone's calling him a star. No, I have.
Right. Everyone says potential.
Most of us said we can see him being a star. There were people up here saying they can't even see him being one. They said, I don't see it. Right? That's what the conversation was. Not if he's a star right now. People were saying they can't even see him being one. That's the conversation.
Based on his efficiency, though. Go ahead, Sarge.
Yeah. Okay, so another factor with looking at RJ becoming a more efficient scorer and becoming a potential star is not just that, because people talk about they're going to lose some shots per game. In fact, I think it may stay the same or could increase because everyone already stated that we were the slowest paced team in the NBA for the past 2 years. What happens when we pick up that pace by 10, 20%? Do we increase the number of shots per game? And if we do, who gets those shots per game? So the fact may go to Jalen, it may go to Mitchell, but it may also maintain RJ's current shooting numbers. And with a better point guard and in the same number of shots, having an increased efficiency, he may in fact shoot better. Now, when you throw 25 points per game out there, now that's a little bit high, a little bit hyperbole. That's a little bit crazy, I think, to throw 25. But to show, say 22 or 23, if he maintains the number of shots and increases efficiency, then no question. I'm okay with him even staying at 74% free throw. But his drive to the basket will be with less people on him. There may be no centers there to block him, defend him, because he'll be moving around a bit more. And his 2-point shot, wherever he shoots from, he'll be in better space. So I think he can be at 22, 24 just by that one twist of having a better point guard who spreads the floor a bit more. So that's what I'm saying. And again, I'm not an RJ fan. I'll trade RJ right now if you ask me. RJ is not untouchable, but at the same time, it's so obvious what his potential is and what skill set he has right now. So that's what I'm gonna say.
And I gotta call Sha out real quick. I have to call Sha out because one thing about Aunt G, you're gonna remember, I don't forget nothing. I have the memory of an elephant. Sha, you said that all Julius Randle needs is a point guard. Remember you said that?
Oh.
You said
That's what I said.
I'm a Julius Randle fan. All he needs is a point guard. Why does Julius Randle need a point guard? Floor is yours.
He played better with a pick and roll pass point guard, pure point guard. That's a fact.
Why though? Why?
Because he's better in the paint and he's better instead of creating his own shot. He can't really he's not good to me at creating his own shot. Basically.
So a point guard gets him easier shots is what you're saying.
Correct.
So why is that not true for RJ Barrett?
Because RJ Barrett never showed that in his 3 years. Like, what do you mean?
Man.
Like, no, come on, man, nothing. I mean, like, what do you like? He never showed that. He never
gave him a point guard.
You're not arguing good faith now, man.
Nah, bro, it's not even that, bro. Like, I don't really get I get what y'all say about Alfred Payton. I don't even want to get into the Chris Paul efficiency, none of that, because my whole thing and just like what Jay said, bro, it's not even about because I'm a Knicks fan. Like, that's what I fear. I don't want to get you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get misled. So I don't dislike RJ. Like, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying, bro, is the first trade we rejected. If RJ was on the table, to me, so far what he's shown in his 3 years, he's not a player that I would leave off the deal. If it was Ja, if it was Shea SGA, if it was Anthony Edwards, somebody like that, that's players that you say, okay, yeah, he's untouchable. But to me, if the Knicks are saying he's just untouchable, I disagree with that statement.
No, but
that's it.
But you can't. But what comes off as hate is when you say Julius Randle needs a point guard because the point guard's going to get him better shots. But RJ, it's not going to matter if he has a point guard that gets him better shots. That's not going to matter. That sounds crazy, bro. It sounds like hate.
I didn't say that because I'm just piggybacking off of what you said earlier. Like you say, you're a memory, you don't forget nothing. Jay asked you a simple question. He asked you what RJ's good at. So you telling me with a better point guard, RJ is better at make, like he said, you can't make him make layups. You can't make him make free throws. So you're telling me he's a spot up shooter, he's a guaranteed free throw heater, or he's a layup maker? Like, what are you saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Because hold on. Because my thing with Julius Randle, when he rolled to the basket, he can at least hit free throws. He's at least better in the paint efficiently. He's at least better off the pick and roll shot if he get a shot over. That's what I can judge it off of.
Is it easier to make a straight line drive layup to the basket or a layup where you got to finish through contact and contort your body to get a shot off? Which one is easier?
I can't answer that because his efficiency with layups is not.
Come on, man. The straight line drive to the basket, open lane is a more efficient shot. So when you have a team that is more spaced out, RJ is going to get better looks at the rim, which is in return is going to up his efficiency at the rim. Why? Because the paint is not as crowded. When the paint is crowded and you're driving into the lane and there's 10 feet in the lane, right? It's hard to finish because there's a bunch of people down there. All of the Knicks had bad efficiency at the rim last year except Mitchell Robinson. Why is that? Because the paint was crowded. If you unclog the paint and you have a point guard that can get people the ball in their spots, again, don't even focus on RJ. Everybody's efficiency is going to go up. Everybody.
Well,
So
that's what we was talking about. Hold on, that's what we. Go ahead.
All right, Sha, I'm gonna give you one thing that RJ's elite at that you may not know. Of any player that played 65 games last year, RJ is third in fast break points per game. He's literally great at running in the break, but we also are third in pace. So how does that happen? How does someone become really
defense
good
and the point guard? Defense
Listen,
for one.
It's really hard to score almost 6 points a game on fast breaks every game when you play the third slowest pace.
When your team is 28th in pace.
And Shah just said point guard. Also, and you keep saying point guard, but when we said a Floridian was going to make RJ better,
King Angie, but listen, man. So the question was, name something RJ Barrett is elite at.
He's elite in transition.
And Drayson named something that RJ was elite at, and it'll only be fair for the RJ haters to rebuttal.
Oh my God, man! Ain't nobody hate RJ, man. Oh my God, man!
I don't like you, man.
RJ haters, what's the rebuttal? Y'all asked, what is RJ Barrett elite at?
That's simple.
I'm not going to put
it's Julius' fault. There you go.
I'm not going to put in the same sense. Jay seems less of a hater. Shah sounds like the hate is strong.
Hey, not less nothing. I'm not a hater. Period. I just like to talk about what
I'm not a hater. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan to answer your question, bro. You ain't never hear me say I hate RJ. You ain't never say nothing. I just told you. I explained you. Again, I don't know how many times Jay got to say it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's going overboard.
I'm not praying for his downfall. All I'm asking is for him
it
to
sound
get
like
better.
y'all. It sound like y'all double teaming King Ant G though.
Yo, I'm not. Is that he proved this point? My thing is, I feel like anybody can make a narrative to fit their argument, right? Because that's all. So that I feel like that's his point. I have my points. We'll meet in the middle somewhere. It's not a big deal.
If I order a Whopper from Burger, I tell them I don't want no mayonnaise on my Whopper, right? Do I have to tell them I hate mayonnaise, or can they deduct from that I hate mayonnaise? I don't have to say I hate mayonnaise because me telling them I don't want it on my Whopper tells me I hate it. So you don't have to say I hate RJ Barrett, but say things like Julius Randle needs a point guard, but RJ Barrett is not going to benefit from one. That just sounds crazy.
No, I don't understand the point that you just made. I don't understand
what you mentioned about the point guard thing is that better playmaking is going to make RJ better, and to a point that is the truth. And all I said was, I don't know if a better point guard is going to help RJ finish at the rim, finish at the free throw line, and shoot better from threes. That's it.
And that's what I said.
And you clap back.
You killed me, bro.
Well, better playmaking can they have better shots? And yes, but NBA players are not going to hit every shot they take. RJ Barrett right now just misses a lot more shots than he takes.
Jay,
that's it. And all I keep asking is, please, RJ, get better because we need you to be better.
Jay, a better point guard will help with shot selection. He will get easier looks. It will make his job easier.
I know, and that's why I said I hope. Did you miss that point that I said? I said I hope he gets better at it.
I'm saying like on a game to game basis, guys are not taking shots as difficult as RJ is in the half court. Like you're not expecting like the shots that RJ takes regularly at the rim while not being elite explosiveness, it's not conducive to success. So when you have a better team around him with his IQ, he will be more efficient just off of natural playmaking and better talent around him. Like
that's universal, man.
Can I ask you a question? If you're good at something for so long and you had so much success from it, why would you ever change what you do that brought you success, right? You would never change it, right?
What are we talking about, though? RJ Barrett?
In general, life in general, right?
Yeah, I mean...
I liken this to RJ because coming up through high school and college, RJ Barrett could do whatever he wanted to on the floor and nobody could stop him because he was just probably physically stronger than most kids he played against. When he came to the NBA, yes, he's still really good at getting to the rack. That's his knack. But he can't finish the way he used to before. Angles are different when you have NBA athletes on the floor.
Okay.
And that's where I think he's trying to. And that's where you look at his trainer, Every summer they work on something to develop his game because he never needed to develop that before because he can still do whatever he wanted. And if you follow Drew Hanley, he says, what? The mid-range is this year. Last year was shooting off the bounce for threes. And you see progression. Now, notice what I'm telling you. I see progression from RJ. It's trending up, so don't call me a hater.
Man,
I'm just telling you what I see.
Just come over to our side. It sounds like
But-
you want to.
I want to.
But what player comes into the league as a finished product?
No player comes, but again, you got to listen to what I'm telling you.
Jay
All I
is-
keep saying is I want him to be better.
Jay is
Don't-
arguing something
Don't
different.
change anything else of what I say. I'm an RJ fan. Just be better.
Jay is saying that RJ is not a star yet.
That's all. If you
Yeah,
get
that's
I'm happy.
and bro, and that's all I said before you call me a hater. No, I said
I'm not
no.
letting you, wait, you said you can't see him being one. You said I don't see it. Those are your words.
No, I never said that. No, I didn't. No, I never ever said that. We can play back on the playback. I never ever said that because I stated what I keep saying.
Jay
Is
was
I'm
the
a
one that
Knicks
said
fan.
I don't see it. Jay said
I
don't
never
see
said that.
Oh,
I just said.
Jay said
Yeah, I never ever, bro. I never said that because I like RJ Barrett, bro, because that's not my point. Like, I think that's the thing. Like, that's why I feel it's going to seem like a debate on the replay, but we're actually agreeing with y'all. And y'all still don't see it because I think y'all want us to say stuff that we're not saying. Y'all never ever came up with his efficiency. Y'all just go on and say, oh, he being better. Jay the one who came up with efficiency. And that's what we base our statement off. And that's it.
This is all
That's just that simple.
This is all Julius Randle's fault, by the way.
Hey, there you go. It's all Julius
No,
Randle's
it's
fault.
Tim- it's
Hey,
Tim's
fellas,
fault.
have a blessed night. I'll catch y'all in the morning.
All right, man.
8 o'clock, bro.
I'll be there. I'll be up at 5.
Okay. All right, bro. I'll see you in a little bit, man.
Y'all see what Freezy did, man? This is Freezy and Julius Randle fault.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And Tom had his
Hey, Todd B. So you see what's going on, right?
Yeah, it was a whole. It seemed like it was a little bit of goalpost movement there. Oh, one thing I do want to address though that Shaw said just real quick, if I may, and then we hopefully we can park this car. You saying they held him out of a Donovan Mitchell trade? Well, I don't have an issue with that. Now, but it's not like they trading for Luka or Jokic and keeping him out that trade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like man, RJ is available for certain dudes.
Right.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be offensive. So he should rightfully be held out of a Donovan Mitchell trade.
Yeah.
If being in a trade package is not man, for the love of Mike, Brandon Ingram got traded for Anthony Davis.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
Anthony
saying?
Davis at the time was a top 10 player in the league.
Wiggins got traded for Kevin Love.
Arguably top 5.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, so getting traded for somebody, that ain't really
right. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, but it's not like they would. I'm saying Donovan Mitchell is maybe somewhere in the 15 to 20 range, I would say.
Yeah.
At least regular season players.
Okay.
I wouldn't trade if you put anybody in that range, whoever you consider that. I wouldn't include RJ Barrett in a trade for any of those dudes.
And like RJ has his faults, RJ has his warts, and I'm okay with somebody saying, "Listen, I don't think RJ's gonna be that guy." Like, there's reasons for somebody to say that. My whole thing is don't change the qualifications for a star based upon who you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Right.
Set your qualifications, man, and run everybody through that same filter.
Right.
And then I can't help but respect it. You know what I mean? But man, RJ could be had. You tell me Giannis want to come and Milwaukee wants RJ. RJ Barrett better learn to like green, man, because he's going to Milwaukee. So like,
right.
he could, like anybody could be had for the right person and the right price.
We're talking about
I
top
mean,
5 guys.
Would you trade
Man.
RJ for Kyrie?
Heck
no.
Okay.
No.
Is he not? Is Kyrie one of the best point guards in NBA history?
It goes,
yes.
Now?
Yes.
I know, but yet people saying no, they wouldn't trade RJ for him.
No.
So look at it's all perspective and context. Exactly.
Yeah.
There are lots of factors in play. It's not just a straight up skill set versus skill set. There are lots of different factors that causes you to decide to trade somebody. Would you have traded? Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
I was gonna go back. Would you trade you know, would you trade Magic for Bird if you were the Lakers in
Nah.
that heyday? I know, but Bird is one of the greatest players in history.
It would have been a
Yeah.
So you're
lateral
like,
move at that.
Yeah.
is
It'd be
it
a
lateral?
brace
But
for
you wouldn't do
Drake.
it though. Why would you not do it though? Because actually, Bird probably wouldn't have fit that well in the Lakers.
Right. It was built around Magic.
It was both right, exactly, and Kareem and Worthy needed a Magic to help them make that team an all-star, a superstar team. I'm not so sure Magic I was Magic anyway. I think would have worked out, but
I mean,
Bird
we
never
talking
could
about
have
Hall
team.
of Famers surrounded with Hall of Famers. It would have worked.
Okay,
It's just
but
different
I
degrees
think
of success.
Part of me
okay.
part of me trade RJ for pretty much anybody, and this is my only reasoning. Not because there aren't guys that are better than RJ Barrett in the league. For me to say that would be for me to speak blasphemy, because there's clearly dudes that are better than RJ Barrett, right? But with the assets we have, I don't think we have to. And this is after we get Donovan Mitchell. I don't think we have to trade RJ Barrett to get another star, right?
No.
We'll have assets left over. So in my opinion, you have a chance to add Donovan, another star, to RJ, not trade RJ for another one. So I'm thinking more so in the lines of the best we can be. And the best version that we can be in the future is going to include 2 stars in RJ.
And RJ turning into a star. That's
right.
the idea.
So I don't want to give up RJ to get another star because I feel like we're cheating how good we can be. I think we can have 2 stars in RJ. There's a world where that exists, and that should be the path we're pursuing. You know, not trading RJ Barrett. Because then we don't have to have this conversation because RJ Barrett could play that third role and he'd be a heck of a third option.
Right.
So, you know.
At the most valuable position in the league.
Right. Because we're going to need that wing.
They don't grow on trees.
We're going to need that dual 6'7", 6'8" wing that we're going to need an RJ Barrett. So why you don't get rid of a guy like that? You don't.
The thing
and
about
go over the cap to keep him. So like, man, you
exactly.
Go,
If RJ Barrett,
with
if
San
RJ,
Antonio,
all right, Sarge, go ahead.
What was Robinson good at in San Antonio? You know, the Cavs. What was he good at? What was his best?
Say it again.
His best. You know,
Who are we talking about?
With
Mitchell,
with San Antonio, with the Spurs.
Oh, David Robinson.
David Robinson. Give me 3 things that he was good at. Give me 3 things he was good at. Anybody know?
Defense, face-up game, athleticism. If you can count athleticism as something you can be good at.
Because I'm trying to get the guys here in the chat asking 3 things that RJ is good at. I'm just saying there are intangibles about a player that makes a team better that are not necessarily elite skill sets.
And
the thing,
but the combined package is a package that is helping the team become better.
The thing that gets me confused about Knicks fans sometimes, if RJ was on the Miami Heat, do you know how they would be talking about him? They would be saying him and Jimmy Butler are MJ and Pippen.
Yeah. Hey, y'all see? Hey, can y'all see that? This is what RJ Barrett fans do. Stuff like this. But look at John numbers compared to Michael Jordan.
My God.
We put these, that's blasphemy, right? Ain't this blasphemy?
They shouldn't even compare anybody to that man on the left because that 37-point game.
Josh shoots 49%. That means he's better than MJ. Freezy.
That is what we face every day with RJ Barrett comparisons, bro.
Oh God, he shoots 18% from 3.
He's better than MJ, man. That's what it means.
I don't see the star on Michael Jordan. He only shoots 18% from 3. I don't see the star on him. I just don't see it.
This is what we do. This is what we do. This is the hey, Todd B. Look, this is what we face every day. Right? Dudes send me stuff like this. Y'all comparing RJ to Ja, but look at Ja versus. Can you see this? Can you see that?
Yeah.
RJ is close. Ja Morant is closer to RJ Barrett than he is to Michael Jordan.
Bro, this is the type of stuff. Chat. This is the stuff. This is sent to me, bro. This is sent to me.
MJ's still overrated. All he does is score.
JJ, this is sent to me, bro.
Somebody took their time out and made that Freezy.
And sent it to me. Why y'all talking about RJ Barrett and John Morant when RJ Barrett ain't even on this level? This is stuff sent to me, bro. Legit, this is that. So that's why I feel like I have to defend RJ Barrett like the Alamo, bro.
Right.
It's the reason why I dig in and defend Julius Randle. Bro, somebody sent me a Lakers list of all time, bro. And when you see, they're like, Julius Randle ain't even a top 100 Laker. And bro, when you see some, bro, when you start getting the Corey Blunt, stop it, bro.
Anthony Peeler.
Yeah,
they got
JJ.
Radmonovich on there or something.
JJ in the chat. JJ, this is what a dude was like. Y'all be standing for Julius Randle. He ain't even a top 100 Laker. And then I'm like, well, name him. Right? And you're like, Devin George.
Come on. I brought up Parker earlier because somebody on Twitter told me RJ Barrett is nothing but Anthony
Miguel P.
Parker.
I'm sorry. I was looking at something, Miguel P. I'm sorry. I'll find it. Oh, there
Anthony
it is.
Parker.
Hey, Angie, let me.
Brother? That's terrible.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, hey, so Miguel P, thank you for the generous contribution. Miguel P says RJ got 20 points a game with Burke starting 44 games at PG, and you absolutely right. You absolutely right, bro. What are we doing out here?
What are we talking about? We sound crazy.
I got you, bro. I got you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let's also remember that Alec Burke started most of his games at point guard in the second half of the season. So really, RJ Barrett averaged 24 points a game with Alec Burks as his point guard. Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because Derek, yeah. What are we doing at you? Hey, Todd B, listen, man. This is the type of, a dude said Julius Randle is not a top 100 Laker of all time. How can you say he was the best player on the Knicks for one season?
Two different, not even the same franchise.
It's not even the same. It's not. Why would, what kind of context is that? The dude, I was like, okay, all right, I'll play along. Name it. Dude start naming name, bro. Kurt Rambis, Corey Blunt.
Oh man,
Devin George was the one for me.
Samaki Walker. Dude told me Samaki Walker. I would put it up, but I didn't edit it yet.
Samaki Walker son was killing us though.
Yeah. Bro, when you saw it's Samaki Walker, bro, this is Knicks fan, man.
Mark Madsen next.
Yeah, listen, I love y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I love my people, bro. But some of these, and I'm not talking about Jay and shotgunning behind their back. I'm not. I love them dudes, bro. I love chopping it up with them dudes. They're my people. They're my people, bro.
No, yeah, good.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I guess did y'all see? Y'all see the thing somebody sent me on TikTok? The Ja and Michael Jordan thing.
That's hilarious.
Todd,
viral.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, this is every day of my life. I wake up and I look in DMs and stuff on social media, and this. Why you defending RJ? RJ ain't even Ja. Look at Ja numbers.
And Freezy, what's crazy is we all know 3 years from now, if RJ Barrett is making his third consecutive All-Star game, headed for a Supermax, averaging 25 points a game, you know what Knicks fans are gonna say? We always knew. We always knew he was a star.
That or he's still not Luka.
Right. Yeah, the goalposts move again.
We did it to Melo. Melo was averaging 28 a game. All Knicks fans could say is, but he not as good as LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron.
You got to get us a chip.
Yeah.
How many chips he got? Yo, and so last year the conversation.
He playing with Ben O'Leary.
Yeah. Oh my God! Last year the conversation was, RJ Barrett ain't better than Anthony Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? That's all the conversation. My DMs is like, but yo, you heard what Anthony Edwards said after the game. He wanted RJ to shoot. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, for one, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, please. My fault.
I'm just saying, for one, bro. you can't indict anybody over one game when you're scheduled for what? How many they played last year? 72.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And
you
RJ
can't
played all 72, by the way. But go ahead.
right. But so you can't indict RJ in one game out of 72, right? And then you can't also indict RJ against a kid who plays for a franchise that often gets the number one pick in the draft. Right? Because if RJ was able to get think about this. What if RJ's team got the number one pick in the draft this year? Right? What if RJ played with Paolo Banchero? Or who was the number one pick last year?
Yes, Paulo.
No, last year. I'm talking about last year. Anthony Edwards.
Cade Cunningham.
Cade. What if RJ's hit the floor with Cade and Paolo Banchero?
Playing with better players that fit your game doesn't matter, Freezy.
Not to those that make the I like to call them the whispering arguments. Like the argument that start off strong, but the more you investigate it, it dissipates in the air. Right? And people say, well, I didn't say that. Yeah, you did.
And because Freezy, every time you try to argue for the side of an extreme, that's always going to happen. Why? Because the truth always lies somewhere in the middle. So if you're a guy saying RJ Barrett is a superstar right now, any argument you make for that is going to be shallow. If you say, oh, I can't even see it happening, that argument is going to be shallow because they're both extremes. And what we got to do as Knicks fans is stop living on the extremes and live more in the middle. Like it's never as bad as we make it out to be. Like in our disaster season last year, we won 37 games.
Right.
We forget the days of winning 17. Like that, we forget how that feels. You know what I mean? Right. So like we as Knicks fans, we don't know how to like balance ourselves. Like it's either all great and we winning the championship, or it's we suck and we're terrible and every player we have is disgusting and our coach doesn't know basketball and our front office wants to trade 31st round picks for Kwame Brown. Like we're never in the middle. We're never in the middle. A bunch of Knicks fans on Spaces all day and talking about these extreme sides, and the truth is always somewhere in the middle. It always is.
Hyperbole is always more fun. That's all it is.
No, I'm gonna make an extreme statement though.
Uh-oh.
I Heart should start over Mitchell Robinson.
No,
that's not no.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I don't think it's extreme, but I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I can see your reasoning for it.
I think that's crazy, bro.
I said
for Freezy, that's gonna be the argument by like
I think
by mid-season.
Oh,
that's gonna be the argument.
Okay, all right. So let's do.
Knicks fans are gonna act like $15 million a year is a max contract by mid-season. Why?
So let me ask y'all this: for basketball reasons, why does this make sense, Sarge?
Mm-hmm.
For basketball reasons, on the court, why does that make sense?
Spread the outside shooting, open up the lane for RJ and Randle to get in there, and Brunson. I think their numbers are very close regarding blocks. Strength-wise, I do give it to Mitch, and offensive rebound, obviously, Mitch got that. But I think the overall flow of the game, with a little bit less athleticism, I think that iHeart is going to fit what we're trying to go with these guys, open up the floor a little more and getting the lane emptier. Plus, with us shooting more efficiently, our defensive rebounds will be less needed because we're
okay.
What about offensive rebounding?
I'm not going to die on that hill, though. I'm not going to die on that hill. I'm just saying I can see that. Plus, also,
okay. So in his best season, he shot 0.4 threes per game.
True. I understand.
He shot 0.4. So that is a total. So Isaiah Hartenstein, his best NBA season from three was 14 for 30.
I understand.
And are we calling him a floor spacer because he took 30 shots in 82 games?
I'm saying his floor spacer compared to Mitchell Robinson, and that he can hit the three.
Okay.
Not necessarily he has demonstrated historically. Now, again, I'm not down on the hill. I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. 68 games. And in those 68 games, he started 0. And this guy might start over Mitch, right? But he's only started in his career 4 games in 5 seasons.
I'm gonna call up my Obi Hive right now and say, Obi, why should Obi start over, Randle? They'll argue it for me.
Nah, man. Nah, I just want to understand it. Or like, okay, so if Hartenstein starts over Mitch, even though he's only started 4 games and 5 seasons, or is it 4 seasons? Because he played for like a bunch of teams. I think it's
right.
Yeah, teams up there.
So he played for Cleveland, Denver, Houston, and wait a minute.
First, right? Oh, he bounced around a little bit.
Yeah,
The Clippers didn't even have a center one time, and he couldn't start for them. What about Houston? Houston didn't have.
Who was the coach? Was it Tibbs? Was Tibbs the coach?
So Freezy, what you're saying
on that man's face.
I don't.
It's a radical statement, I know, but I'm also looking at the point of.
All I'm saying is if it happens, bro, I just want to make sure that you get all the credit for saying it first.
I'll say this: if Hartenstein can up those attempts to maybe like double it, maybe go from 30 to 60, and still keep his efficiency at around like 35, 34%, like I don't see it happening because you just paid Mitch Robinson $15 million. But I could already see Knicks fans in spaces every day yelling about Hartenstein starting off Mitch Robinson.
Yeah, the same ones that chanted MVP for Henry Ellenson.
I'm saying mid-season we're trading.
And you wonder why Julius Randle is fed up.
And listen, man, when I talk drunk about Knicks fans, I'm talking drunk about myself. Because I was I was one of them dudes at the Garden opening night when Kemba Walker scored a basket yelling, "This is not Elfrid Payton." Like poo-poo on Elfrid Payton. Right? Every
boy.
time he made a jump shot, I was like, this is not Reggie Bullock. Like I was with Elfrid Payton and Reggie Bullock, and I was hyping Kemba and Evan Fournier. And by mid-season, I wanted them both gone. So I'm infected with the disease. Okay? But I understand. But we'll see, man. I think this season is gonna go really well. Do I think all of us, like every Knicks fan, deserves it with some of the comments and takes they have? Like, part of me hopes like wants Randle to go out on average 30 and just give a thumbs down every single night. I would love it.
I like Hartenstein, by the way.
Like
I like him.
Did y'all know he was mixed?
No.
Yeah, his pops is black.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks fans don't talk about him, Freezy. It's all about Donovan Mitchell and Julius Randle.
Yeah, and not that race means anything, because I don't really get into that. I just found that to be intriguing because he don't look it.
Mm-hmm.
American, Jewish, right? I would assume.
I'm not for sure.
With the last name,
German.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why it's Stein, not Steen. Steen, not Stein.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's important to know, though. So we say his name the right way.
Right.
Yeah. I like him, man, but I kind of like him in the way that I like Nerlens Noel when we first signed him.
Right. I know.
I hated the second signing. Like I hated it from the
jump. The second one, not so much.
Yeah, I just understand that one.
Yeah. So.
Especially when I saw JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard sign for the vet minimum, I'm like,
exactly.
And Biyombo, right? Yep.
Yeah, the second one made no sense.
And then we had to try to get rid of it.
How many games did Noel play last year? Less than 10? It felt like
probably like
26.
6. It was 26.
He played 20.
Man, it felt like 7 games, man.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hey, y'all, let me rock, bro. Let me get out of here so I can get up at 8 and do this thing all over again. Ty B, stop hating on RJ, bro.
I'll try, man.
All right, y'all. We gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for watching the Knicks at Night podcast. We'll be right back here 8 o'clock in the morning for the Knicks Morning Drive. Make sure you tune in, subscribe to the channel, check out our new Patreon page. We're gonna add some content there. Also, I need y'all feedback on what it is that y'all want. Right? People have been talking to me about doing interviews, but I'm not for sure if I'm ready to put in that much time into it yet, because the Harry Carson interview still hadn't gotten 500 views yet, and it's been up for like a week.
And Canada's a month. I watched it.
Yeah, me too, man. I watched it 3 more times, bro.
That was beautiful, man.
Yeah, man. So if we get the views up for the interviews, like I did. So did you see the Orlando Hudson one?
Oh yes.
Yeah, the Gold Glove second baseman Orlando Hudson played for the Arizona Diamondbacks and LA Dodgers. So I interviewed him. That's my homeboy. I put that one up too. But I was working on Ray Felton, and then I was thinking like we don't do good at that. So until we do good at that, man, I'll put more stuff into putting stats on the screen.
I think because they're watching us all the time, why they don't go back and watch the interviews.
Yeah, man.
They're like, but yeah, Orlando, that was great, man. I'm just saying, I want to say just send Harry Carson, man. Thank you. I mean, thank you for the years he played, because I was watching him all the time during the games. I was like, LT is great, but man, who's that Carson guy? That Carson guy was a monster. And then your nostalgia, the stuff.
Dude's a Hall of Famer, bro. Yellow jacket.
Oh man, everything you came in. You guys actually almost blended by, your background and stuff, high school, all that stuff was beautiful, man. I was like, man, I said I could probably hire you. I'd hire you, for you to be an interviewer on my next ESPN too.
Yeah, man. So we'll try to do some stuff. I'm gonna talk to Ty Barbie about getting some guests out of Atlanta, so that we can interview him for the channel.
Excellent.
Ty, be you with that? No. Okay.
Yeah. No, hit me up. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, man. We need to get some folks in the door, man, and interview them. Hopefully once we get a little bigger. We're like the little engine that could right now.
Yeah.
So once we get a little bit bigger, man, we'll focus on that stuff. Anyway, folks, Patreon, subscribe, smash the like button. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all at 8 a.m. for the Knicks Morning Drive. Peace.